The Wall Street Journal is reporting that Live Golf is facing the possibility of imminent closure, with Saudi Arabia's public investment fund on the verge of pulling its funding from the tour. ESPN's reported that Major League Baseball's Players Association fired Chief Operating Officer Xavier James and Head of Human Resources Michael O'Neill today for cause after an internal investigation that was precipitated by a Department of Justice investigation. Major League Baseball's collective bargaining agreement expires this December. Detroit Tigers rookie infielder Kevin McGonigal has agreed to a 8-year, $150 million contract extension effective with the 2027 season. Games in the books, the Cardinals beat the Orioles in 10 innings, 8-5. Adrian Del Castillo had 5 RBI, including two home runs. The Red Sox beat the Twins 9-5. Trevor Story with 5 RBI, including 3 runs and a home run. I'm Martin Weiss.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack-a-dack, dack-dack-a-ack.
Enter, brother.
That's right. Come on in. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3.
What else?
Not 4.
That's right. Thank
not
you,
5,
LeBron.
okay.
That's right.
Not 6.
Fox Sports
And when
Radio.
I say that, I really believe it.
That's right. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now,
We'll do it live.
on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it. I'll do it live.
Do it. Thank you, Bill.
Do it.
That's right. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
We are indeed the odd couple on this Worship Wednesday. And guess what? You'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Elijah and Sauger.
On the planet.
Rich and Covino.
On the planet.
There you
go.
There you go.
At least when people are still awake. Sorry about that, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, just because
That's
he's
all
been here
right.
for 52 years.
That's it. Write it down, commit it to memory, 877-99 on Fox for you laymen who can't figure out letters or numbers, 877-996-6369. And guess what? If you hear feedback on the line when you call in, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say to you, tough, because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
That's right. With all that said, always remember...
Sweetie Beanie, Worship Wednesday, yeah.
There you go. Let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is...
Kelvin.
Washington.
What up, bro?
There you go.
Welcome back. Worship Wednesday. You good?
And yes, happy Jackie Robinson Day.
Yeah.
Everyone around Major League Baseball wearing number 42, one of the best ideas Ken Griffey Jr. came up with.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to wear 42. Other people were like, I want to wear 42. And before you know it, Major League Baseball agreed to it. No one can get issued that number. And for people who don't know why this is Jackie Robinson Day, this is when he made his Major League debut with the Brooklyn Dodgers, the first black player in Major League Baseball. Mm-hmm. And what a storied tenure by him in career when you think about the pressures that he had to face.
I didn't want to go there.
He didn't just go out there and just play ball like everybody else. Somebody could have been trying to shoot him from the stands, calling him names, threatening his family and kids. I'm dead serious.
Yes, no,
crazy.
check.
Yes.
There's two people that we have in such high regard in their sports, but if you ever hear them, one who lived a very long time but most recently passed, if you ever hear them about their experience when they were playing, they don't sugarcoat it. That is Bill Russell and Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson, unfortunately, passed, and he wasn't happy, wasn't at his best place because he still had
And he died young with all that pressure on his back.
He still thought about a lot of what he went through. So those two guys I always think about, who has heralded as they are now, and we love them, and wow, we honor them. They went through hell during their day, and that's why it's always important to pay respect to those before you, because they went through hell.
No doubt.
You listen to Bill Russell tell those stories about being in Boston. You listen to Jackie Robinson, all the death threats. They used to get stacks of mail every city he would go to.
Unbelievable,
crazy,
yeah.
So salute to the great Jackie
And it was
Robinson.
great. I was at the ballpark yesterday at Dodger Stadium. I was able to talk to some black baseball players from the Mets, Marcus Semien and Tommy Pham, and both of them spoke glowingly. Even these young guys, they're in their 20s and 30s, and they still know the impact of Jackie Robinson.
Without a doubt.
So we couldn't start the show without giving respect
Completely
to number
agree.
42, Jackie Robinson. And I think I might have told you this before. He lived in my neighborhood, Jackie Robinson, not when I was there, but lived in that neighborhood. And the bus line that goes into our neighborhood is the Q42. And we believe that there's no doubt that bus was named 42 for Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, even if it ain't, it is.
Yeah,
that's the story we're going to tell.
We always thought it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel. Don't forget, go to YouTube, Odd Couple FSR. That's right. Subscribe. Hit the thumbs up icon. Comment away. Again, check out our new YouTube channel and watch us live. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. All right. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. You wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Alex is our engineer.
Alex, you're a hidden talent.
No doubt about it. Bo is our producer, in for Rob G. Martin Weiss is at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And, of course,
Never heard of him.
Elijah,
Never heard of him.
Elijah
Never heard of
is
him.
our social media guru.
Where is he? I can't see him.
How cool is that? The Angels went to the Jackie Robinson Museum. They were in New York to play the Yankees for the third game. There's Joe Adele, one of the bright stars, young stars.
Did he just snag another home run from
Yeah, I know. It's been
My
crazy.
goodness.
I know. So, all right. And we are in the throes of not the NBA playoffs, because these games don't count as playoff games, and
they're not regular season, but they're not playoff, but they matter.
Right. So tell us what happened, the big brouhaha from last night.
If you were watching, it was some good stuff. You had the Heat, who were the number 10 seed, number 9 being the Charlotte Hornets, and obviously the Charlotte Hornets fans were excited because you mentioned it. It's not the playoffs, but they want to get their team into the playoffs. They needed to get this win to move on. And long story short, second quarter, there's a collision. LaMelo kind of runs into his own player who gets his head. He kind of needs his head, LaMelo's head. So when he falls, he's kind of reacting to what happened, and he grabs Bam Adebayo's leg and kind of Bam is trying to stay in bounds, so he's on one leg. So he grabs that one leg, flips it up. You all have seen it by now. Bam falls on his tailbone. He's out the rest of the game. And so now there's a lot of stuff. You had Eric Spoelstra. Bo, do we have that by chance? Eric Spoelstra talking about it? I don't know if we have that or not. But Eric Spoelstra had a lot to say about it after the game. He was fired up. He went straight at the refs. It's your job to see it. He called the ref by name. He was like, Curtis, you're sitting right there. You didn't call it. A lot of people saying, no, it was an accident, just kind of in the play of the game. Here's what Eric Spoelstra had to say.
I think it's a stupid play. It's a dangerous play. Obviously, our best player is out. I'm not making an excuse. The Hornets played great, and they made those plays down the stretch. We had our opportunities to win. I just that's a shame. He should be penalized for that. I don't think that belongs in the game. Tripping guys, shenanigans, and Curtis was there. It's his responsibility to see that, and if it's not his responsibility, then Zach's got to see it. If somebody has got to see that, and that he should have been thrown out of the game, for that. I don't know him from anyone. There's no place in the game for that. Obviously, it took Bam out of the game.
Yeah, so that's what happened. A lot of people say, "Oh, no big deal. They were just playing." A lot of people upset about it. Like Eric Spoelstra, where are you?
I'm going to say this: whenever I look at situations like that, I need to see intent or malice. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be honest: I don't believe there was intent or malice. It's not a good play, and it is. I'm not denying anything that Eric Spoelstra said, but there's a difference when there's some malice there, and you believe someone's trying to hurt somebody. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or in that situation, and remember, he's down on the floor. right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I just think that there was almost a natural reaction to grab, and you know this. You play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the malice behind it. I think that when he said he was sorry and he didn't, really mean to do that, I did get that from him. I don't have any evidence of LaMelo being a dirty player. Do you?
No.
I know when people do crazy stuff and this is not
shoots up a neighborhood. Man,
right.
He was a great neighbor. I never saw this coming.
This isn't Draymond Green trying to stomp on your grapes or hurt you. You want
to keep going, Dawn? Choke you out. Step on your chest.
Sucker punch you. If it's Draymond Green, do I have a different thought? Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any evidence that LaMelo's dirty. I don't see him in that vein. Was it smart? No. Is it dangerous? Sure, it's dangerous. Whenever, another player goes down at your hands and whatnot, and I know the NBA is talking about they're going to investigate or whatever. I don't know. I would feel bad if they decided, okay, LaMelo, you can't play. I would feel bad for the Hornets, and I would feel bad for LaMelo.
This is where it gets tricky for me, Rob. Do I think he grabbed his leg trying to hurt him? No. But also, when you do something, if I flail my elbow, thought I threw a foul on offense, I'm like, oh, man, and I break your nose, that can still be a flagrant. And for him to not get a flagrant one, maybe they don't kick him out the game, but not get a flagrant one, I absolutely see why Eric Spoelstra is crazy and incensed about that. For him not to get a foul, a flagrant one, or maybe obviously a flagrant two, which gets you kicked out of the game, I 1,000% can see why a Heat fan, Eric Spoelstra, will be upset about that. In real time, what's the point of review, Rob? What is the point of having 1,000 cameras in different angles if you don't review that? And when you see it and you slow it down, he absolutely grabs the back of his leg and pulls it. Now, again, I think it was in response to him hitting the head. I think he didn't know his own player accidentally kneed him in the back of the head. So I think it was like, hey, man, what's going on?
Right.
Like that.
I agree with that.
And
that's what it looked like.
Yeah,
to
like
me.
something bad just happened to me. I didn't get a foul call. What just happened?
Right.
But still, there's usually something that comes with that. Like I said, if you're going to the hole and you put a little extra exaggeration, I elbow you, like, oh, I thought he fouled me. Usually you get a flagrant one, meaning they don't kick you out, but it's a flagrant. So I'm more disappointed that they wasn't reviewed. Now, speaking of review, the league now investigating it, I don't like that. You had your chance. You had multiple chances. You call it, you look at it, you call a timeout, you review it. There's several ways that could have happened. Again, we have so many cameras for a reason. And if you didn't review it in real time, if you didn't give him a foul call, if you didn't give him a flagrant, you didn't give him a flagrant two, to me, I think we're past it now to then go back. I don't like that. If he were kicked out of that game in the moment, I would have thought it was a little bit dramatic, but I would have been okay with it. It happened. They review it. They saw it. He's out. You can't go back to me and now ruin the chances for the Hornets, their next game, trying to advance in this postseason. So I don't like the idea of reviewing it now. Don't do the lick my finger, fair weather, let me see what people are saying. Are people mad at it? Is it going big on social media?
Right, after the fact. Kind of like Magic City. Like they knew it was happening.
I thought you were going to bring Orlando Magic.
No, Magic.
Wrong Magic?
But Magic City, like they knew like that was coming.
They wanted
and
to
then
see
they
how
got the
bad.
weather balloon, and then all of a sudden people were pushing back and whatever, and then they stepped in. But that had to be cleared by the league before that. That they don't make something like that without the league now knowing.
I think the league caught wind of something. Didn't really know, moved on, and then the smoke came. Yeah, I'm with that. Okay, by the way, this has to be stopped. Stephen A. is now doing Car Shield commercials.
But they have a lot of money for the advertising budget because there's nothing but big
celebrities.
TV celebrities and people, big time people.
I'm convinced he's cloned. This was the moment. This was the moment. I'm convinced he's cloned. How he does? No, this is impossible.
All right,
impossible.
So,
I don't like the idea. That's my point. LaMelo should have been kicked out in the game or flagrant one. What is it? A couple free throws in the ball in real time. You missed that. You didn't call it. To go Eric Spoelstra. Curtis, you're sitting right there, Curtis, the referee. You didn't see it. I don't like the league trying to find out what is everybody mad? What's social media saying? Ooh, they're saying Bam was hurt. It's not fair. All right, let's go back now. I don't like that. You missed your chance. You missed your shot at it. Move on. Hornets, move on.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Where are you? Where do you fall in? LaMelo?
Dirty?
Dirty? Not dirty? You understand it? Should the league try to come back now and clean it up and say, okay, you can't play the next game? Is that where they should be? I think it was an honest mistake without malice, that it was a reaction to being knocked down as well and just reacting to the moment and not like I'm going to grab Bam and hurt him.
Flagrant one was perfect call for me. You look at it.
He did not do it Draymond Green.
No, well, and to your point, that matters.
It does.
If a ref looks up and he sees Bam hurt,
and
that's Dennis Rodman,
yep, or Draymond, you already know,
or that's Bill Embiid, or even some other guys more recent, like who kind of get in and all that stuff. Even Dylan Brooks,
right? Dylan Brooks, he would be. There's no doubt about it.
Patrick Beverly. There's been a handful of guys that I think they look up, they kind of ref. If you blow away, you look what's going on. You see Bam hurt, you go, and you look at who it was, you go. Tech, flagrant one,
and you're
or something.
probably going to be in good shape, when they look at the video or whatever.
And that's where the reputation, it follows you.
No doubt. All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
America! Shout out to Jackie Robinson, by the way.
The NBA is doing their work, and what they're saying, Rob G, Carey, is they're saying, hey, we know we got some better teams on paper, per se, or better players, including Joker, but the best matchup or the matchup that we're going to give to the fans, because all the rest are on, like, Prime.
Yeah, every Saturday game of round one of this weekend's playoffs is all on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Including, which I believe is going to be the best series, period, of the first round, Denver versus Minnesota.
Okay.
Jokic, the best player in the world in many cases.
Yeah.
Ant-Man viewed as if he's not the next face of the league, like he's right in that conversation. And they're buried on the afternoon slot on Amazon Prime because the primetime slot, the only game that's on network television on ABC, a broken down Lakers team against a Houston Rockets squad with no point guard who can't score because it's being hyped up as come see LeBron James versus Kevin Durant Part 4 in the playoffs.
Yeah. And I'll tell you why I'm not mad at that. Multiple reasons. Shall I break them down?
Go ahead.
Number one, just because you're the best doesn't mean you're the best watch. And Joker is incredible for us basketball junkies. We love him. He's great to watch. It's amazing. His passing ability, unorthodox ability to score. The team has been good. He's boring for a lot of other people. Or not even, I won't say boring as much as they just don't necessarily know him. Somebody who's just going to go to Buffalo Wild Wings on a Saturday to watch some hoops, they may not, I know him, and I think there's an element of LeBron, and not just LeBron. What's in front of his jersey say? The Lakers.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, Houston's a big team as well, and you're familiar with them. You know them. It's KD, it's LeBron, it's rivalry. So I think that plays a role. I mean, you look at one of the better players of the last 30 years was Tim Duncan. People weren't dying to go watch him unless you were a basketball head, right?
True.
And I think if you're the NBA and you want to get as many eyeballs on this, you absolutely are going to put LeBron, the Lakers, Los Angeles, Kevin Durant on versus a Joker or maybe some of these other teams. And also, here's another caveat. I think it's also because, the Joker looks like he should win this series. I can get to him. LeBron might be out. and I want to milk that as long as I can. The Lakers, LeBron, will this be it? Also, will this be his last time in a Laker jersey, meaning the series? That's a real storyline. If you're a TV network, you can work. Dun, 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 LeBron and the Lakers. Will this be the last ride? You can sell that storyline. Two of the all-time greats. Will they ever meet again? LeBron, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Joker, he's like, he's really, really good.
Yes.
What else?
Yes.
He likes horses. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much. So that's it. And also, let's just go, I hate to go full TV radio, but market sizes. LeBron plays for Lakers in Los Angeles, the number 2 market. Massive city in America. Massive. Houston's, I believe, top 5, top 6 market size. Massive markets.
Yep.
Minneapolis, Denver, not that huge. Big cities, but not that huge.
Right.
So I think that plays a role in. You got LA, you got Houston, you got Kevin Durant, you got LeBron, and I think those are part of the reasons. And last point is, this says a lot still about how the old heads are, because if the Warriors win and they get into the actual playoffs, not just the play-in, you best believe Steph Curry is going to get some prime time, some love out there, because those old heads still reign supreme. And last point here, Kerry, NBA put this out. The guys who lead the most views on social media, who do you think is number 1?
The most views on social media?
Yeah, like whenever the NBA posts anything about this particular person, they get views. Who do you think number 1 is?
I mean, it would have to, I would say LeBron.
Number 1 at 2.85 billion. 2.85. Victor Wembanyama second, 2.43. Luka is third.
Okay.
Who has a chance to maybe come back in the series? Luka, right? So I'm going to try to, the Lakers, their prime time. Luka, followed by, you know who's next? Steph Curry. Old head. And then you got Joker there, and then you got SGA, and then goes down to Kevin Durant. So my point is, and then finally after Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards. My point is, and guess who also made the top 10 at 10? Austin Reeves.
Really?
Austin Reeves made it 696 million views, just below Cooper
So
Flag.
they got 3 of the top 10 in that.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Lakers still bring cachet. They still got players. They still got names. That was my point.
Well, that's the thing. So, I mean, Rob G, yes, T-Wolves, Nuggets is going to be spicy, obviously. I mean, the T-Wolves beat the Nuggets last year. And, you know, the revenge factor there, that could be at play. That could be interesting, obviously. But when you talk about Rockets.
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
Well, last season, I'm sorry. Well,
what was last season?
Because last season, the Thunder beat them in 7. and now the league is going to investigate. Could they suspend him? Some people are upset about it. Others say, hey, I'm team, you missed it in real time. You got to let it go. You're saying it wasn't malicious or any ill intent?
Yeah, that's my thing. When I looked at it, I didn't think he was purposely trying to hurt him.
But people do get penalized even.
No, I get it. I'm just saying,
that's
like,
usually
that,
where it's
to
a
me,
flagrant one. Like, you didn't mean to, but you flailed your arms or you tripped
them. To me,
them.
it has to be something like that for me in that situation. But all right.
Who we got?
Adam in South Florida, so I can imagine he's a Heat fan, but you're on the odd couple.
Great point. Adam is about to be Eric Spoelstra.
Yes, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Adam?
Hey, how you doing? I would admit that I am an illogical Heat fan.
Okay, I figured that with the proximity of where you're calling from, so we got it.
However, I do have a logical argument for what you guys are saying. So when you're judging intent, I think a lot of people are getting lost with the fact that just because what he intended to do didn't happen doesn't mean that there wasn't a malicious intent. He did not intend for Bam to get hurt, but he did intend to act like a petulant child and trip Bam Adebayo. And you said he doesn't have a history of these types of actions, but I could easily argue that he does have a history.
Does he really?
I don't. A petulant child.
No, but I'm talking
petulant child.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about hurting people or trying to hurt people. Like Draymond Green has a history.
No, he got a history of being
Adam,
a WWE wrestler.
It's just totally different. All right, Greg.
Yeah, I get to his point. That's why I said a flagrant one was the perfect call.
Greg in Wichita, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Greg?
Rob Kelvin, what's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Doing well, man. Thank you, G.
My deal is, for whatever reason, and they should have reviewed it. It's all past tense now, but if you put a guy out, you're out. And I'll carry that further. When you have a dirty play, and it's a dirty play under review, whatever, you're out as long as that guy is out. You want to end dirty pool in sports, you enforce that. You hurt somebody intentionally. I'm not saying LaMelo did, but I do think he should have been out of the game. But you hurt somebody intentionally, you're out. If they're out 6 months, you're out 6 months. You want to stop the bad stuff, that's how you do it. I'm out.
I appreciate
you.
Only problem with that is that we'd have to take back so many Stanley Cups in the National Hockey League.
That's a great point.
Because they used to beat up the best player of the other team.
Why are you looking at me? Don't do the Red Wings like that. Don't do the Red Wings.
You know, back in the day. Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Where do I think Dre's going to be on this?
No, Dre's a basketball guy. What's happening?
Dre's going to say, he's going to say, bygones be bygones.
No, I'm not buying that. What you got, Dre?
Yeah, how you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Look, bottom line for me is this is the playoffs, so we're talking about big boy basketball.
But it's not the playoffs. It doesn't count, Dre. It doesn't count in the regular season. It doesn't count in the playoffs. Right. Those stats don't count. They're in they're just hanging out there somewhere. Ain't that weird?
Yeah, they're in limbo. But I believe in the playing tournament. It brings an immediacy. The people in Charlotte were charged up. But specific to this player, a couple things. It's the playoffs, so I'm not kicking him out. No. Was it a dirty play? Yes. He deserved a flagrant 1, 2 free throws in the ball. It's very unfortunate that Miami's best player was taken out for the game. The situation with the referees, just to kind of inform people, that referee was straight-lined. He was too close to the play to see what LaMelo did. He was right next to him, so you have to be a couple steps back to give you depth to be able to see what happened.
Now remember, Dre is an official.
I was about to say, Dre, you're giving me some rec league officiating. I can tell.
Dre is an official. Did we lose you?
Dre?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he is.
He is, though. So I know,
he was about to give us the textbook on it. Appreciate it, Dre.
All right, Richard in Jacksonville. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Richard?
Hey, fellas. Now, look, I appreciate the dialogue. I think you guys are doing a good job. However, one thing that you got to realize is there is an exact, almost an identical previous instance where Melo did this to Bam Adebayo. That's the problem, and it doesn't sound like you guys are aware of that.
No, what?
Hit me to it.
Yeah, hit me, because
apparently it's in the last year or two. It might have even been earlier this year. Similar instance where Adebayo kind of knocked Melo down, and then when Adebayo headed up the court, Melo clearly stuck his arm out to trip him.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that. I didn't see that.
I didn't remember it either. But the point is, I think.
Have you seen it today? Have they been?
He has previously tripped or grabbed Bam Adebayo's leg in a similar manner. Resurfaced the video. The video has
resurfaced. That, from this year?
January of 2024.
All right, so last year.
So the point is, Adebayo apparently, when he was leaving the court, and he's not a whiner crier as much as I'm a Knicks fan. So anything.
But that's true. He's not. He's not.
Yeah. So he was saying. He was literally yelling at the ref that this is the second time. This is the second time. So they went back and looked, and the other play by Melo is almost identical. Like Melo doesn't have that like nasty face on or look like he's doing
you know what
horrible.
I'm saying exactly. He does not. He didn't come across that way.
When somebody has the almost identical incident, I think that's why the league has some sort of obligation to look it back because it's all. The bottom line is whatever you guys are saying makes sense until you see this incident, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, this is why the league is.
No, that makes sense, and that's why, and maybe that's why, again, the investigation is say, hey, you've done this before. Not only have you done it before, you've done it specifically to the same player. So we'll see.
Yeah,
but I still don't like
you.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of in the moment you missed it and you didn't review it and you didn't give him a foul. You didn't even get a foul call, Rob.
Well, here we go. We're going to talk to Antonio Daniels coming up.
That's right. AD will have some thoughts on it, I'm sure. But Rob, let me tell you, Rob, AD's going to have some stuff on that. Right now, Martin Weiss getting you updated. What's up, Martin?
Some scores around Major League Baseball. Bottom of the third inning, the Cubs with a 3-1 lead over the Phillies. Top of the fourth, Tigers lead the Royals 1-0. Bottom of the third inning, the Reds have a 7-2 lead over the Giants. Pirates lead the Nationals 2-0 in the top of the fourth. Going to the bottom of the second inning, the Yankees with a 1-0 lead over the Angels thanks to an Aaron Judge home run. I see Rob. You see the way that Rob looked at me just now?
What did he say?
As soon as I say Yankees up 1-0, he looked over. He's like, he's going to say Judge home run? Is he going to say Judge home run?
You looking like Mano. He looked like Mano right now through them above them glasses.
I just want the details.
Right, exactly. Right. John Parker, nothing but the facts. Top of the second inning, Braves and Marlins are scoreless. Earlier today in Major League Baseball, we saw Diamondbacks beat the Orioles in 10 innings, 8-5. Adrian Del Castillo had 5 RBI, including a go-ahead 2-run home run on top of the 10th. Red Sox beat the Twins 9-5. Trevor Story with 5 RBI, including a 3-run homer. And the Cardinals beat the Guardians 5-3. Wall Street Journal is reporting that LIV Golf's facing the possibility of imminent closure with Saudi Arabia's public investment fund on the verge of pulling its funding for the tour. High-level LIV Golf executives in meetings today about the league's next steps while beginning their own job searches, per The Athletic. The Major League Baseball Players Association fired Chief Operating Officer Xavier James and Head of Human Resources Michael O'Neill today for cause after an internal investigation that was precipitated by a Department of Justice investigation. Major League Baseball's collective bargaining agreement expires this December, and Detroit Tigers rookie infielder Kevin McGonigal agreed to an 8-year, $150 million contract extension effective the 2027 season. How do you like that, Rob Parker? I mean,
he was talking to you.
I was just saying, I was kicking it back to you guys. Yes. I was just saying, Kevin McGonigal's played like what? 10 games in the majors.
But what is it, $150 you get what he get?
8 years, $150 million.
It's all it is, and I'm going to tell you, and we probably should talk about this.
Yeah, we hit on the first couple earlier.
I would rather, if I'm a Tiger fan, I'm going to be honest, that money should be going to Skubal, and I want the Tigers to re-sign Skubal and put that $150 into $400 that you got to pay him. I'm serious, and I understand what they're doing with this kid, and they figure we're getting him cheap, pay him now and all that, and it makes good business sense because 5 years from now he's going to be making way more if he's a star.
20, that 18
but I
mil,
want
Skubal.
Do you know? Because this is what they're telling me is that he's the face of the franchise, not Skubal.
They're telling you they want Skubal with a massive caveat. You get what I'm saying?
But they're not going to get him like that.
And I think they're okay with it. I think they're telling you we're preparing for life without him.
I know.
I know there are people calling in Detroit radio today bringing up the names Chris Shelton. Like, remember?
Oh, wow.
It's only been a few games. What are we doing?
Yeah. Red Pop started off hot as a firecracker, and whatever happened to Chris Shelton?
Yeah.
All right.
We went wrong.
To you guys.
I appreciate it, Martin. Thank you. Odd Couple Rob and Kelvin on the Worship Wednesday, joined now by our man, hardest working man in show business. AD, I said, I don't know, Stephen A is trying. Now he's doing Car Shield commercials. I don't know. He's trying to give you a run for your money, AD. NBA champ, Sirius XM NBA radio, Pelicans TV analyst, Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst as well, A. Daniels 33. What up, AD?
What's happening?
What up, fellas? What's going on, fellas?
All good?
Yeah. You want to, Rob and I just had the conversation. LaMelo Ball, let's say you are over the league. You're investigating it now. Just your initial thoughts. What happened with him and Bam, and what do you do now? I mean, you didn't call anything in the game. What do you do now if you're the league?
I don't think it's much you can do now. I don't think it's much you can do now. I tell you the thing that I didn't understand. He's a dirty player.
There you go. Hey, Antonio, I just said that. I said it was a dirty play, and it was a play that, you could wish you could take back. But I don't think he's a dirty player or it was with malice. That's how I thought.
Agree. I don't. There's a difference between this following somebody, this being a part of their reputation, this being who they are and what they're about. That's not the narrative surrounding LaMelo. But the play yesterday was dirty. It was dirty. I didn't think he should have been ejected. I thought he should have been given flagrant 1. I thought the refs should have reviewed it and looked at it, and the game goes on.
That's exactly what I said. You said the two things we said. He said that he's not, kind of the reputation.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that.
If this was Draymond Green, we're talking about something different.
Yeah.
Oh, no question. Oh, no. But see, there is a such thing as reputation.
Yep.
We saw how everybody responded when Grayson Allen broke Alex Caruso's wrist.
Yes.
Yep. This is his history of being dirty, even in college.
Yep. Right. When your reputation precedes you, we're having a different conversation.
No doubt.
His reputation doesn't precede him, but it was a dirty play.
If Allen puts his hand in dishwater, it turns black. I'm just saying.
He's that dirty, Rob?
Here you go with the joke.
Oh, he was AD. He was off yesterday. He got to get him. He got to get his jokes off.
You got to get him out now. Okay, yeah. I got it.
Hey, I want to go to just kind of a little bit more to that game. The 2 playing games, fantastic. You couldn't ask for anything more. If you're Adam Silver, hit it out the park in the sense that both of the games came down to the wire. Overtime game for one. What'd you make of it in general? The 2 playing games day 1.
I tell you what I love about the playing games is they resemble the NCAA tournament. And anytime you have a lose or go home scenario, a one-off, it's through the roof. That's why the NCAA tournament is so incredibly popular.
Well, right. It's the format, not college basketball. Sure. I've said it forever. I agree with you.
Yeah, it's not college basketball.
Right.
You can do that with any sport. You can do that with any sport. And the response would be the same because a lot of times the best team doesn't have to win. In the NBA, the best team's going to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to win. You got to win 4 out of 7 times. But when you have a win or go home format, man, them crowds yesterday, it's basically Game 7.
Yep.
It's Game 7 for Miami and Charlotte. It was Game 7. It's Game 7 when you have a 8 or 9 or 9-10 matchup.
Now
awesome.
Here's my issue I have with the league. So they're not playoff games, but they're not regular season games.
We're going to be talking about it.
I know we're going to get into it, but Antonio, you got to figure it out. How is it not a playoff game? It doesn't make any sense to me. What is it?
When you say it's not a playoff game, what do you mean?
The stats
means literally they don't count.
The stats don't count in the play. When you have your playoff stats, they don't count.
I tell you the thing that I don't like about that. We are starting to come up with too many games that don't count.
Right.
We're coming up with too many games that, the playing game doesn't count. Well, if you make it to the in-season tournament game doesn't count. The playing games, they don't count. We're starting to come up with too many games that just don't count and don't matter. I'm with you, Rob. I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Label it as something.
Right.
They
should be in the playoff because the regular season is over. How is it not a playoff game? I just don't even.
But it's not a playoff game.
I know. Because technically I'm not in.
Right.
Right. Playoffs are the best of 7.
Crazy.
It's not a regular season game because it's literally game 83.
Right.
But it's not a 7-game series.
You know what makes it interesting, AD and Rob? Because of that last point, that it's not. But correct me if I'm wrong, AD. Voters don't have to have their votes in. They can still watch that game.
No, they do. They do have to have their votes in.
They do?
After the regular season.
But they don't have them in now. We talked about this today ad nauseum.
Okay.
About Concaniple.
Right.
Because this year is different, and the reason this year is different, they got to hold off on their votes because they're waiting to see what happens with Luka.
So, but that's to the point where so this year is different because I heard everybody talking. So Concanibble could have lost the Rookie of the Year because he played so terrible last night in a game that technically wasn't the regular season. But
this is the conversation we had today, Kelvin, and it shouldn't matter.
I said that's unfair.
And I think it hurt him. I'm going to be honest, AD. I think it absolutely hurt him.
I cannot agree with you more because it's human nature not to take into consideration what you saw yesterday. But the question that I'll ask you guys is the same question I asked my co-host today. Has Cooper Flagg played in a game this season that even resembled this magnitude? Anything close?
No.
So it's not fair to compare the two.
I agree. I think the magnitude of games matter. I really do. And I've seen a lot of guys who put up good numbers and I had a discussion about Mike Trout today on MLB Network, and it was very similar. Like as great as he's been, he's never played in meaningful games almost his entire career. And I'm not taking away he's a great player. But then I'm supposed to look at him and say him and Judge are on the same plateau where Judge is playing in New York. They got to make the playoffs and win the division every year. Do you know what I mean? It's a big difference.
Okay. I'll tell you guys my thought. And I have said this I'm sorry, baby. I have said this for years. I feel like they should wait for the awards until the season's over.
Just to announce it. You mean announce them or to vote on them?
To vote on them. Because here's the thing. If I ask you guys right now, what is the most impactful and important time of the season?
Postseason.
Yeah, but the only thing is, Antonio, though, they give out an award for being the best player in
Finals MVP.
Right. Now, the only way you could do that is you'd have to take away those awards then, and that's what I'm saying. They reward you for that.
Think about some of the things that we've seen. Think about some of the things that we've seen where somebody is given the MVP for the regular season. And then they go in and they play against somebody else that was in the MVP race and they get outplayed, or somebody else that was in the MVP race ends up taking their team and winning the NBA championship.
Well, we saw that. We saw that with the Joker because everybody talked against him, that he didn't get to a finals. And what did he do? He had an unbelievable playoff run and won a championship. And that was the year they didn't vote for him.
Then that's the year Embiid won the MVP.
I hear you, AD.
I always felt that way.
I just don't like it because it's a small, minute chances that the guy who was that incredible doesn't make the postseason. And now we're looking, but it could have been not his fault.
No. Right, but I'm saying how you play in the postseason should matter.
Right, but I think that's why.
All right, let's do a most outstanding player for the first round, second round, third round. Let's add that to the list then.
We have created narratives around players that have had a great 82-game season and had an awful 7-game series.
You said James Harden. I couldn't hear you.
People remember the 7-game series. They don't even remember the fact that this person was in the MVP talk for 82 games of the regular season.
Call that the Harden Award. We got you. All right, AD, we're up against it, man.
All right, man.
Appreciate you. We'll do it again soon, man. As always, AD, give him a follow, ADaniels33. Some good conversation there. We got Shekel City on the way, plus your tie rack play of the day as well. It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Stick with your boys, Fox Sports Radio.
Was that Aaron Judge?
Yes, it is the 10-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's final game in the NBA. You remember. Dropped a 60 ball.
That's right, 70 shots to make 60 points.
Hey.
Sorry about
22 of 50 shooting to help the Lakers beat the Jazz 101-96 at the end of a franchise-worst 17-65 regular season.
Stay focused, Rob G. That ain't the point.
No.
Nobody cares. All they remember is Kobe turned into the Black Mamba for one night and one night only. Went out like a champion.
That was so bad.
And I'm sure, Rob, you can appreciate
you are thrilled
what kind of performance Kobe put on there in his finale.
Yeah. I was there. It was lit, by the way. It was lit.
Come on, 50 shots to get 60 points. That's not impressive.
He was 50 years old. What did you want from him?
That was bad. That was the best.
Look at me in my eye. as you put your glasses on. There's no way you can poo-poo that moment.
No, it just like if he had like a day for the ages and like dialed it up for one night, like when you really just think about it.
Okay.
Listen, 50 shots for 60 points is crazy, right? If he just takes all twos, he had shot at 100 shots, right? Now we're not talking about free throws. Got 60 points from 50 shots.
You're leaving out so much context.
Not impressive.
The context you're leaving out is, one, the man had been injured for like 4 years in a row. The team was bad. He was going, this was the end. Two, you're leaving out.
Should have gone out with a whimper. Instead.
You were leaving out what made that game lit, Rob G, as I was there, is he was missing shots, and it would start to get embarrassing in the beginning. Like, oh my gosh, is this how he's going to go out, right? Is he going to go out?
Like everybody else.
You're
like
like 5 for 30. And you're nervous. And he's starting off bad. The crowd's groaning. Everybody's there. All his old teammates and celebrity. Everybody's like, oh, every shot. Oh. And you're like, oh, my gosh, this is embarrassing. And then he gets one to go. Gets another go. And then he just goes full Kobe. And that's what made it crazy.
Kobe.
And what made it great was, at that point, he went peak 2006-ish, Rob G., or I don't give a dang who else. Chris Mims, Smush Parker, Robert Sacre. I'm socking these shots right now. And that's what made it great was there was no more, let's play the right way, let's run the triangle. I'm jacking all these shots, and he went peak Kobe being Kobe. And it was just fun to be there. And at a certain point, he was going crazy. Now, do I believe Gordon Hayward and the Utah Jazz are playing 100% of their best defense? No. Probably a light 75-80. But dang it was fun to be there. And I wasn't the biggest, like, Kobe taking bad shot guys throughout his career, but it was absolutely a spectacle. And lastly, it was great to see Kobe go out Kobe. Like, it would be like if Magic Johnson got to play one more game in his prime and towards the end, and he had 30 assists. You would say, man, that's Magic going out the most Magic Johnson way. Or Steph Curry going out with 15 threes in a game. You would say that's the most Steph Curry. Or Shaq bringing down a rim one more time. Man, Shaq went out the most Shaquille O'Neal way. And I think that's what also made it great was Kobe just went out full Kobe. Guns blazing, blinders on, I don't care who's open, triple team, I'm shooting these shots. And it was fun to be a part of. There was a spectacle pregame. They had like a circus going down. What's that Chick Hearn court, I believe it is? Yeah, it was a lot, man. It was awesome to see. So it was just fun, man. It was absolutely one of the best sporting events I've been to. I haven't been to as many as you, but that's up there. That was one of those ones. It was just a great atmosphere to be at.
Yeah,
and you poo-poo that?
I'm poo-pooing it. I just because like if it was like I would have rather him had like a regular 40-point game, but not 50 shots for 60 points. It just seemed like it was
remembers
forced.
that, Rob. Just remember he hit the 60 piece.
I remember the 50 shots. What was it, Rob G? 22 for
50. Ain't that bad, actually.
22 for 50. The rest
Almost
of the
50%.
Lakers went 19 for 35.
Unbelievable.
Kobe went 6 for 21 from deep. The rest of the team went 0 for 4.
Don't tell Rob that, Rob.
Kobe went 10 of 12 with
numbers are, but I think he went out the right way.
Fox Sports Radio. It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Thank you to Antonio Daniels. Always good to chat with AD. Bo, we'll get that up on the podcast in a little bit. It is now time for
And he's not named after Bo Jackson.
No, Bo Jackson. No. Yeah, let's settle down. Anybody who thinks that. Yeah,
but Bo Boucher with the Mets is named after Bo Jackson.
Okay.
Because his dad played with him.
Well, you said with the Mets, right? Yeah. Meaning he's an athlete. I don't know. Bo, I don't know. Bo ain't two-sport athlete. Are you? Back at one?
One sport.
All right, one sport. All right. Shekel City.
Welcome to Shackle City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Did I knew that? Did I knew that?
What did you do?
Did I knew that? I knew that. All right, here we go. So I'm going to make it because remember the other day I didn't have my notes with me.
Correct.
I have them. So that Friday I was 3-0.
Okay.
So that took me to 107 and 72.
Don't be hopping back in a DeLorean 5 days ago.
No, I can show it to you.
Don't be hopping back in a DeLorean. Let me tell you what I did.
Monday I was 1-1. Remember, I only picked two baseball games, so I'm just being fair and honest.
What did we do last week?
No, I wasn't
you weren't here
last
yesterday.
time.
Well, Naked, who did you pick in your mind?
So I didn't. So I was 1-1 on Monday, and that made me 108 and 72.
Okay.
That's still an unbelievable number.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I told you, making some money in
That's
Vegas.
36. That's 36 games over.
We want to know what you're doing today.
All right, here we go. So tonight.
It did pull out.
Yes, we got the playing games, right?
Uh-huh.
So I got the Magic plus 1.5. They're taking on the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Wow.
Later on tonight, I got the Clippers minus 5.5. And they are hosting the Golden State Warriors.
I like that. Yeah, I think Kawhi gets the job done.
And I got a baseball as my and I got the Yankees minus 1.5. They are hosting the Angels in the rubber game of a 3-game series.
No.
I know you like a 10-game
Tell the people the
series.
truth. This is a 10-game series.
Yeah, it seems like they've been
playing for a week. My gosh.
All right, so again, Yankees minus 1.5 runs, Clippers minus 5.5, and the Magic plus 1.5 points. And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
Before we get to tie-right play of the day, I got to give Kawhi some credit. He's the oldest player ever to have his best season at his 14th year, his career high, his points per game. 27 points per game for Kawhi. Year 14.
Oh, he had a great year. Well, remember, because he's not – when you take out all the games he's missed, this is year 11.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, or year 12. Like, that's how many – he's missed probably 2 seasons. Does that make sense?
It seems like it's more than that. My
Bro,
gosh.
can you figure that out?
I think it's
how
more
many
than that.
games has he missed in his career?
It's got to be more than that.
So if it's 82 times 14, and then see what his actual number is.
Because I think
I bet you it's 2 seasons.
My guess is he's only averaged 50 games a year in his career.
Yeah.
Which would be Dagner, a little above half of the games.
But you can't.
We're talking about Kawhi Leonard here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. 82 times 14.
I mean, grain of salt. It's Google AI, but it does say over 300 regular season games that he has missed.
All right. So what is that?
That's 80. That's almost 40.
Yeah. It's
almost 4 seasons.
Yeah.
That's correct. That's why I said it got to be more than that.
82 times 4.
Yeah.
Is what?
Would I be if you just took off the 2? That'd be 8. That'd be 3. That'd be 30 to 27 to 40. So be almost
3
like
seasons.
Like a little over 3, almost 4. Because 320 games would have been 4 seasons.
Yeah.
We don't even know where he's been sitting at for Dagner a quarter of his career, man.
I don't even know where. Can we play that one more time?
Yeah.
All right.
I want to give you the whole spiel, Rob.
I can't give you the whole spiel. I don't even.
I got to bring spiel back more.
Said that. Like that is so out of character. It's just like, where'd that come from?
It's just so great. Because you know how Steph Curry sounds. You know LeBron. You know KD. You had no idea how the finals MVP ever sounded until that moment, including when they were pouring champagne on them. Then we heard that. Amazing. Stick with your boys.
Kawhi was tie-right play of the day.
Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun. With 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first quarter, it's a 16-16 tie in the NBA play-in tournament. Eastern Conference side, 7th place versus 8th place, the Magic and the 76ers. Right now, Magic being paced by Paolo Banchero with 6 points. Desmond Bane has 5. Kelly Oubre has 6. Everybody else for Philly just kind of making away. Paul George still scoreless. In Major League Baseball, Shohei Ohtani on the mound today, but he's not going to be batting. It's the first for him since 2021. He's gone 0 for 7 since he last took a hit on the right shoulder against the Mets on Monday night. So it's first time since May 28th, 2021, he's not going to hit during a pitching start. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, the Reds have 4 home runs in 5 innings right now. They lead the Giants 8-2. Detroit, Kansas City tied 1 apiece, top of the 6th. The Yankees lead the Angels 3-1.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 on a Worship Wednesday.
Number
Rob Parker,
2.
Kelvin Washington. Here on Fox Sports Radio. There you go. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel. We appreciate everyone who has subscribed, but we know there are more people out there who want to join in, watch the show, as well as listen to it. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. That's right. After that, give us the thumbs up.
I hit it so
icon.
good today.
Thank you, Tiger. Comment away. Let us know how much you're enjoying the show. So, again, check out our YouTube channel and watch us right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR. Hit the subscribe button. Coming up, we'll get some NFL news and notes from Adam Kaplan. We'll do that. He's our Fox Sports Radio NFL insider. We'll do that in about 28 minutes. And one's got to go. So we have a lot to get to this hour.
We do. Also, we still got to get you your tire rack play of the day.
Down to 12 in the shot clock. Denny takes off, drives, steps through, puts it in and one. Blazers lead 111-110, and an and one opportunity here for Denny Avdia with 16.1 seconds to play.
Denny Avdia goes crazy, 41 points for him, 12 assists, 7 rebounds. But he had back-to-back great games in those first day of the play-ins. That is your tire rack play of the day, brought to you by Rip City Radio there. Tire Rack play of the day. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. Rob, they'll come to you. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. All right, I mentioned it, Bo. We had a couple of great games for the play. I mean, if you're into it, then you enjoyed the play-in yesterday in day one. We'll see what happens today. With the Hornets obviously taking it to overtime. That last 5 minutes of that game, how many crazy shots? Kobe White, and I told Rob G this like 2-3 weeks ago, or maybe a handful of weeks ago with a trade. I didn't like that. I was mad that somebody would let the Hornets get him, already good team, go get one of the better players out there. But day one was pretty good in the play-in tournaments. Adam Silver, got to be smiling a little bit. But, Rob, there is a contingency of people who don't like the play-in. They say, what's the point? We talked about it with Antonio Daniels. They say, it's not regular season. It's not NBA playoffs. So what is it? Are you in on the play-in tournaments?
I'm out like a belly button. I'm an outie. I'm not an innie. Are you an innie or outie? I'm an outie.
You're stupid. Now, let's give me the second laugh on that one, too. Give me the third laugh on that one. Okay, I didn't. No, I want the shorter Kawhi one you made.
Oh.
Not the Broussard. You got to relax. Right. Broussard.
My God.
Broussard. I mean, he asked you for something like, hey, Rob, you got $10,000. You cracked the joke, and he acted like he had to do that just to get his $10,000.
That was a classic. I still don't remember the context of it, Chris.
That's what makes all these drops great.
Right?
No context.
Yeah, there are no context.
I think it was just like one of those like Moby Dick's a guppy joke, and Chris was like, I'm just going to go into it.
I've heard it a million times.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm due. I'm next, Martin.
No, but my point here is about this. I'm outie on this, seriously.
Yes.
Is I don't understand what the regular season was for then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That, like, seriously. And I'm not trying to be flip or whatever. Here's my point. If this is cool and it's like, oh, you got these great games and whatever, why not just put all, since we're eliminating only 10 teams, why not let them all in the playoffs? Like, play the regular season because it's worthless and it's meaningless.
Mm-hmm.
Let everybody play and then, like, have a week or two of playing these other 10 teams that were bad all year. I don't get. The Warriors were bad all year. The Clippers had a terrible start to their year. They made it respectable. Why are we watching them? And then the league won't even justify them or call them playoff games.
Shadow games.
They're devaluing the game itself. Oh, no, this ain't a playoff game. So what is it? That's why I'm an outie on this. It doesn't make sense. That's what the regular season was for, to determine the best teams, to then decide who gets in the playoffs. If you're a 7 seed, you're like, what? What did we do wrong? We've always had 8 teams. Why are we getting thrown into the mix? 8, 9, 10? Really? Why do we have all these teams? They were bad during the regular season. They should be on vacation, not playing in games that aren't classified as regular season games and yet aren't classified as playoff games. They're no man's land. I mean, what is this? Again, a way to bastardize the NBA. That's what's happened here. I want no part of it. When the 16 teams are set, wake me up. Let me know. I don't care how good the game was. I'm not watching it.
You, George Michael. Wake me up before you go. I'm in on the play-in. I was in from the beginning. I like the idea, adding some juice to the season, adding something new.
What was the season for then? That's what I'm asking you.
Hold on, I'm going to answer your question. So I like the idea of some urgency. Immediately, we talked about this with AD. You immediately felt playoff atmosphere, even though it wasn't technically playoff. You heard the Hornets crowd going crazy. You could feel the energy. It mattered because technically it does. You're out if you were to lose. And so to me, I like that added little sense. And look at baseball, right? You add an extra wild card team.
No, but it ain't teams that were bad all year.
No, but I'm saying
I'm just saying
but this is where you lead me to my point, Mr. Parker, is that the penalty is to the 7th seed, because you get examples where the 7th seed could be like 2 years ago. The Hornets, they go 49-33. You're 16 games above 500. And I got to play in a play-in tournament? Rob, I'm 16 games above 500, and I got to play in a play-in. That's absolutely crazy. So I'm a fan of the play-in. I like it. It's exciting. But to me, it should only be for let's say, the battle of the 8 and the 9 seed to play who's going to be the 8th seed. I'm cool with that.
But that's not what we have,
right?
Though.
And so I'm saying, if I'm Adam Silver, you got it. It was exciting. It's been exciting. We've had other playing games.
But that's because of the
tournament style. The style. Win or lose, lose or go home.
It ain't about these teams. It's about the format that they're playing.
I love the format. The only fix I would do is if you're the 7th seed, I earn the right to be in the postseason. Let the bottom feeders beef out. 8, 9, if you want to do a battle of 3 teams. But 9 and 10 play each other to play 8, and the winner becomes the 8th seed. I'm cool with that. The 7th seed shouldn't have to do that, because I just think that's not fair. You've worked hard to be 15, 10, 12 games above 500, and now I'm sitting here in a tournament to some like you said, teams that done nothing all day, and they got a shot.
What?
They got a shot. They have a hot day. Their guys hit a bunch of threes.
Thank you.
And I'm out.
And you have an off night from your star, and all of a sudden your season's over. How is that fair? What was the regular season for then?
I don't like that specifically. That's the one caveat I would offer to Adam Silver. Play-in is fun. I get it. Add a little extra juice to the NBA season as a whole, because who knows what type of season this part of it is. But I don't like the 7th seed having to fight for their life when they did. And now so far, 7th seed hasn't officially been kicked out. They've lost a game, but then they bounce. If you lose, you get to play another game if you're the 7th seed. So they haven't been kicked out in that regard. But the chance of it, I don't even like the chance of it, that I'm a 7th seed, worked hard, all 82, as you mentioned, and I'm out. But as far as the rest of it, I think it's fun. I think it adds a little juice to it. And listen, one thing about leagues, we get sucked into the thing that we like. But if you look at the history of leagues, there's always a change. There's a change to this for. Baseball had where home field advantage was from an all-star game.
Yeah, but they realized that was
But that's what I'm saying, though. So I'm just saying that, like, leagues try things. They try things.
But my only thing is teams that are under 500 in the quasi postseason makes no sense to me, because that's why people say that the regular season is meaningless to them. People don't even watch. The numbers aren't there, because what am I watching for? I should wait till April for the postseason. You don't want to make your game irrelevant.
I do think that's an NBA problem.
That's a problem.
Because we had a call. I think it wasn't yesterday, so you were here when we had that caller say, "Man, I grew up."
You took calls when I wasn't here.
Yeah, we took calls. Man, that's what we do.
Okay.
Now we might not have took 192 of them, but we took some calls.
That's why we're the #1 show on the network.
Oh, big facts. No, look. Elijah, put the camera on us. You're right. Talk that talk. No, but you were here. Remember we had that caller? Guy was like, man, I've been loving the NBA my whole life, but I'm out. He's like, they don't play tough anymore. Guys are missing games. I absolutely believe the NBA has a regular season problem. It's just, I mean, we've been sitting here arguing for a month, not necessarily just you and I, but the vast majority of sports shows, you and I, everybody, should they do away with the 66-game rule to play some games?
It's the idea that people are saying that that they should play.
If you played 62 games, it just wasn't your season.
So
it's okay.
So somebody should play 50 and win the MVP. I just don't even get it.
I'm blown away, and we don't agree on much, but we agree on that. I'm like, dude, the point of the rule was because guys weren't playing. Whether it was, hey, he just happened to be legitimately injured, or hey, he's low managing.
And you brought the number up of guys who won finals.
Have the average, the minimum was 76 of the 82 games.
That's what an MVP.
One time, Bill Walton back in the 70s won MVP, hurt. And we know because he was hurt, and they were like, all right, he was that phenomenal. Good to him. Rest of the guys, they averaged around 76 of the 82 games.
That's crazy.
Now you want to drop it down and, he only played 58, but he was balling. No, then it's not his season. Bounce back next year.
And it's okay, right? It's okay. You don't have to. Yeah, it was unfortunate you got hurt.
Yeah, and you'll come back next year.
Exactly. And
So I bring that up to say, I do agree that the NBA absolutely has a regular season problem where guys aren't playing. They're in their minds, we're playing too many games. And they set a record, I told you this the other day, 8 teams with 55 losses or more is absolutely crazy, Rob. Over a quarter of your teams with 55 losses is, come on now, that's wild. So they do got to figure out a better way with this regular season. But I'm all into playing. But maybe I'm on the outside. Maybe people don't like it. I just don't like the 7th seed have to play. That's the one change I would do, Adam Silver. If you're looking, put the camera on me. Adam Silver, change that. I worked too hard to be the 7th seed to have to play in this.
Who are you, Batman? What is that?
I don't know. It is, yeah. What did you call me, Black Man?
Batman.
Don't call me Black Man.
I said Batman.
Gotham said I got the red emergency phone. Call racist. Black Man.
That's got to be racist.
I did not say Black Man.
So anyway, that's my thing. Is right. The 7th seed. Who we got? Let's see what folks are saying about it.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. Are you in? Do you have an innie or outie on this?
I'm a fun guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to have like an in the middle, but then the way this stomach rolling now, it's definitely
it's an innie now.
Okay.
About 3 inches back.
That's all.
I'm trying to get on my Martin Weiss, man. I gotta. You over here in shape now?
And trust me,
Martin?
Trust me, Alex.
Playing the guitar?
It ain't the only thing that's 3 inches back. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Listen, I set myself up for that one. I'm not. I can admit it.
You set yourself.
That's something ain't right, but I'm still riding it. But it's still getting rode. The
what's
things.
that?
Okay. Yes.
No, I'm talking about.
Go to break.
No, I'm saying.
Yes. Okay.
All right, you go.
Do that read.
Yes.
Who got what I got to read? Did you give him a number?
877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. I want to hear from you. NBA play-in. Are you in or out on it? I'm out. Kelvin's in. I'll wait for the playoffs when they figure it all out.
I think you're lying about it. I think you know how you do like I'm not looking, but you look through the crack of your fingers.
If I see the highlights, will I watch them? Yes, I will, because this is my job.
I ain't watching it. You kind of watching.
Well,
LaMelo.
It's on. I'm watching the Phillies, Cubs, and the Tigers and Royals.
Okay, but the bottom TV.
I don't see that. What's that? Okay,
I'll tell you what it is.
All right, 877-99 on Fox.
877-99 on Fox. Let me tell you about this. When your production levels change, you need a workforce that flexes to match. Having the night staff to meet productivity isn't just necessary. It keeps costs and manufacturing deadlines in check. And Express Employment Professionals is your best resource for success. Visit expresspros.com to find your local office and discover how Express Employment Professionals can help you hire smarter and faster. Your local Express team understands skilled labor and can easily connect your business with the right workers when you need them, from assemblers to machinists to quality control inspectors, maintenance technicians, and production managers. Express Employment Professionals has the skilled talent that you need. As one of the largest industrial staffing companies in the States, Express can help your business stay efficient, flexible, and competitive. Find a location near you at expresspros.com to get the local support you need and avoid the onslaught of online applications and sorting through unqualified candidates. So put people back in hiring with Express. Whether you are ramping up production, managing change, or looking for a solution to a skills gap, Express Employment Professionals is your one connection to the right workforce. Visit expresspros.com. Express Employment Professionals. Respecting people impacting business.
All right, so getting back to the story we're going to discuss here, The Athletic surveyed 161 active NBA players to get their thoughts.
Diana Russini didn't have anything to do with this, right? I'm just.
Oh, God.
I just want to make sure.
To get their thoughts on who they believe should win the NBA MVP award. No real surprise at the guy they picked. 39% of the votes went to SGA, more than twice as much as the second-placed finisher, which is Nikola Jokic. The rest of the top 5 in order. So it's SGA 1, Joker 2, and 3 guys tied for third. Jaylen Brown, Luka Doncic, and Cade Cunningham.
Somebody's missing from that list. Wait a minute.
None other than Rob Parker's favorite big man, the slender assassin himself, Victor Wembanyama.
Everyone knows it's Wemby, except the NBA players.
Finished a distant 6th, only got 5% of the votes. No love for Wemby in the NBA circles.
All right, Kelvin, this is what I talk about all the time.
What's that, Rob?
The players are jealous. They are always getting in their feelings. They don't want Wemby. We're not pushing him to the front of the line. Not only is he an offensive machine, he plays defense too, and he's not even in the top 5. How could that possibly be that he's not in the top 5? It's because they don't want to crown him. They don't want to say, Wemby, you're that guy. Jealousy reigns supreme. We've talked about it before. They would 100 some players didn't even vote for LeBron James for an All-Star game. Another 100 people didn't even vote for Kevin Durant. We're talking about 5 or 6 years ago when they were both viable big-time stars still, right? They didn't vote for them. Players can't be trusted. They have skin in the game. Don't ever allow players to vote on anything. They'll never give you an honest view, an honest take. It's Boulder Dash. It's Poppycock. How is Wemby not in the top 5? He plays both ends of the court. How many guys today, Kelvin, play both sides of the court? Wemby? Can we say that? Everybody knows it's Wemby. He should be in the top 5. I'm not saying he has to win the MVP. How is he not in the top 5? Ridiculous.
So, look, this isn't quite as egregious as LeBron not getting 100 votes or whatever it was. That's egregious. That doesn't even make any sense. And the only reason why I'll say that, and I'll provide a slight pushback to you, is that Luka has had an amazing season. We've talked about it throughout. SGA is his to lose. Everybody would probably agree on that. And then Joker is Joker the last 5-6 years. He's just been incredible. So, and then Cade at one point in time had the best record in the NBA or right behind the Thunder. So there was a point where you say, man, Cade could honestly be there. So I think the list is a very fair list, which is why I'll push back a little bit on how crazy it is for them to think those other 4 guys could be ahead of Wemby. And why I think this is because of a multitude of things. I think they're looking at his stats a bit and going, well, 24 and 12, that's a bad night for Joker. You know, that's a bad night for a guy like a Giannis or somebody. So I think they're looking at his stats and saying those aren't the most overwhelming stats, but that's not what makes Wemby great. Wemby is giving you these stats, 24, 12, and 3 blocks in 30 minutes. If he was giving you 38 minutes a game, I don't know what his stats would be. Would it be 32, 16, and 6? It'd be, 5 or something. It'd be incredible. But you also mentioned it. I think they are underestimating the other side of the ball. He is about to lead the league 3 years in a row in blocks. His team is 3rd in defense because of him. And when you look at the massive turnaround, Rob, they have 61 wins. That is incredible for a team that was just the reason they got him because they were so terrible. They had the number 1 pick not too long ago. So for this team to be having a real chance to have taken the number 1 spot in the Western Conference for a very long time, it's not going to happen now. They're 3 games behind. That also should bode well for Wemby. So between what he's providing offensively, especially what he's doing defensively, probably going to be Defensive Player of the Year, and then the fact that his team is sitting at 61-19, that is absolutely incredible for an extremely young Spurs team, minus a guy like De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes. So I think he's definitely, in my opinion, in the top 3. But I will say that's a very good group of guys, which is why I think some weren't hating. They just were like, well, shoot, look what Cade did with a Pistons team that's at one point in time was vying to be the number 1 seed, maybe in the NBA for a while, but obviously the Thunder have that. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. You know what it is. It is a Worship Wednesday. Still got Adam Kaplan coming up here in a handful of minutes. Looking forward to having him on. We get closer and closer to the NFL Draft. The University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 graduate online degrees and certificates, including our MBA, now with 10 specializations. No application fee through June 1st. Visit umgc.edu. All right, Rob, you are team. I'm not watching the play-in, even though we had 2 incredible games. I'm team. I really enjoyed it. It's fun. Love the energy of it, except I don't think the 7th seed should have to play. I think that's not fair to them. Other than that, I like it. 877-99 on Fox. Let's take some calls. Who we got?
All right, let's kick it off with Trucker Don in Boston. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Trucker Don?
Thank you guys for taking my call. Great show as always.
Thank you, my man. How are you?
Real good, thanks. I'm heading up into Iowa right now. I got load to deliver up there, up in Minneapolis.
I'm sure you do.
He already has his twins. Relax.
What strip club are you going to this time?
Relax. Easy.
That's not the kind of playing we're supposed to be talking about.
Right.
Oh, okay, Trucker Don. Toot.
All right, what you got?
Hey, you and Rob would shut the city down. Let me just say this on record.
We would, no doubt.
If y'all, August 11th, you need to make sure your trucking route is in Atlanta, August 11th.
Magic City will be there.
So y'all can go crazy. Y'all can just old heads.
I would love to show up with you guys.
It would be awesome.
Throw me in there.
We'll be in there. We'll be there all week.
Don't be looking at me,
We'll be there all week. I'm just saying, in Atlanta. All right, what you got, Trucker Don? Where are you on this?
No better place to drop a load than Magic City. Gotcha.
Hey.
He's talking about cargo on his truck. Cargo.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah.
You know, I never cared about the play-in until Rob didn't like it, and that maybe no. This is in your favor because what if some guy's going for the scoring title? He's got all these points, but he's in second place. Now he plays the play-in. He drops 50. And now he's got the scoring title. That's not a real game. Does it count?
They don't count.
It wouldn't have counted.
It won't count. That's my point. It doesn't count.
Right. Yeah. So, you're exactly right. No man's land. It ain't going to Magic City because it's no man's land.
No doubt. Thank you, Trucker Don. Appreciate it.
Thanks a bunch.
All right, be safe. How about
y'all would be out of control? Y'all two together.
Can you imagine?
Man,
God,
we would have to give y'all.
You already know I'm gonna wind up seeing him somewhere down the road.
Y'all got to relax in there.
Yes.
I don't want no calls. We looked at your phone from the last call from Rob Park. Can you come pick him up?
Yes.
He's with some dude named Donald.
Yes, Donald from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
All right. How about David in Massachusetts? You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, David? How are you?
Hey. according to this playoff thing,
yes.
Why can't they do it the way baseball does it? They go at least 2 out of 3 or something like that.
I don't know why. And thanks for the call. Why it's not just in the playoffs?
Well, it's kind of is.
Because it is.
It's weird. It's
but it should be counted as playoffs because where do those stats go? I don't understand that. Like they should go somewhere. They count.
It gets weird because let's say you were the team that wins. Like if you're the 7th seed, you win. You're in.
No,
if you're not, if you're the
but
Pistons,
every series doesn't have to be 4 out of 7 because there were old series in the old days.
3 and 5, and
yes, there used to be 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
back in the day. So I don't understand that. All right, Kareem in the Bronx.
Happy
You're
birthday,
in the Odd
Kareem.
Couple.
You know it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's
right?
birthday,
Yeah,
78th or 79th. I can't.
Happy birthday! I mean, Kareem in the Bronx. What's up, my man?
And he born from the Bronx too. Born in the Bronx.
Yeah, I think he was born in Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Good night, y'all. How y'all doing? First time caller over here.
Thank you, my man. We appreciate you.
I am out on the play-in, all the way out.
Why?
You cannot be under 500 and make the playoffs.
Thank you. You're not a playoff team. You shouldn't even be playing. You should be on vacation, Cancun.
1, 2, 3, Cancun.
But Kelvin is right. There is one way to fix it. So the seventh seed is safe. The 8 and 9 only play if the 9 is within 2 games.
Right.
I like that. I thought about that too. Like it has to be some type of rule where you won over 40 games or maybe over 50% of your games. You were 41 and 41 at least, and you got a shot. Yeah,
thanks, Kareem.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Kareem, thank you for listening and for your first time calling.
How about our guy Mark in Sacramento? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mark?
What's going on? How you doing, Mr. Washington?
Yo.
Hey, been a minute, but I told you guys I'd give you a call when these playoffs got here.
You did.
I know.
He really did.
He was working on his book that he'll tell us. We don't have more, and he'll talk about
Mark,
it down the road.
Mark, you're early because it's the play and it don't count.
That's right. These are playoffs. What are you doing calling?
What's going on, gentlemen? What I did was, Rob, I think when we started this playing thing, I said I'd give it a few years because I couldn't tell.
Right.
So it's been 3 years now. I like the format. It needs to be tweaked, but I do agree with leaving 7 alone.
Yeah.
And maybe giving 8 a bye and letting 9 and 10 play, and then the winner of that play 8 or something like that.
But 7 is not
alone.
fair.
Yeah, that's not fair.
It's not fair to them.
Leave 7 alone, and then I'm agree something like that. I got a quick maybe something that might help some of this taking at the end of the year. There's a whole lot of stuff they got to do. One thing's not going to fix it, but here's something might help. Just an idea. Instead of these teams at the end of the year, once they're eliminated, instead of rewarding them for losing more games, do the opposite. Reward them ping pong balls for winning games to the end of the year.
Right.
Make them play.
I said that. Yeah, my thing to Kelvin was the team with the worst record is excluded from getting the first overall pick.
That sounded good too.
Yeah,
but don't get rid of the stuff, Rob. Let's fix it.
Right.
I think they could fix this. I think they could fix this in-season tournament.
And here's the other thing too, real quick, Mark. Did we lose him? No.
I'm here.
All right. The last thing is they got to put these stats in the playoff category. Otherwise, it can't be like in nowhere, like you don't count them or they don't matter. Guys are
what if
scoring
somebody
points.
goes crazy, just like puts up 65 and it just
I get it.
never existed?
Exhibition, preseason. I get that those stats don't count, but a game that determines whether you get into the playoffs.
And you can feel the energy. It's a playoff-like game. I agree. All right, Mark, appreciate it. Hey, everybody, thank you for your calls. As always, on the other side of Australia, we got Adam Kaplan right now, Martin Weiss getting you updated.
You guys may remember Ja Morant's first play-in action. He had a massive game, like a plus 40-plus points, and Memphis was like fighting to get into that. And then that was when they ascended to go and take on Golden State and have those rivalries. That was like a 45-point game that
no, it doesn't matter. It's not on the records.
Yeah, so I believe they beat the Trailblazers in that game. And again, in another game that will be lost to the sands of time, apparently to the play in Sands of time. 6 minutes left in the first half. The 76ers and the Magic 39-38 the lead now for the 76ers. Philadelphia being led in scoring by Kelly Oubre Kelly Oubre Jr.'s got 9. Maxi's got 9. Paul George has 5. Joel Embiid still out from that appendicitis surgery. Paolo Banchero and Desmond Bane both have 11 for Orlando. In Major League Baseball, it's a 9-1 margin, the Cubs over the Phillies. Nico Horner hit a home run and an RBI single. The Reds have 4 home runs as they right now lead the Giants 8-3. End of the 7th inning, it's 1-1 Detroit and Kansas City. Bottom of the 7th inning, the Pittsburgh Pirates lead the Nationals 2-0. The Angels took the lead on the Yankees 4-3 in the top of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 5th, the 2-0 lead. The Braves lead the Marlins. And top of the 3rd, it's scoreless between the Rays and the White Sox. Earlier today, Detroit Tigers rookie Kevin McGonigal agreed to an 8-year, $150 million contract extension, which is effective the 2027 season. There we go. Easy for me to say. And Shohei Ohtani, he's pitching tonight against the Mets. That game's going to start just a little while, but he's not going to be in the hitting lineup. He's been 0 for 7 since he got hit in the right shoulder by a pitch by David Peterson Monday night. It's going to be the first time since May 28, 2021, Ohtani hasn't hit while doing a pitching start. Fellas, back to you.
Thank you, Martin. Appreciate it. It is the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Worship Wednesday. We got One's Gotta Go coming up in a little bit. Right now, Adam Kaplan joining us inside the Birds podcast, Fox Sports Radio NFL Insider, and you know you can follow him at Kaplan NFL. I would imagine he's going crazy right now as we get closer and closer to the NFL draft, Adam.
Guys, good to be with you. Yeah, exactly. We're actually 8 days away from day number 1, so I'm looking forward to it. And so it's funny you bring this up. Based on 2 conversations I've had the last hour, this is an odd draft, guys. It's not a good first round. I would imagine by the time we talk next week, if we do, I'll tell you that there's really only about like 16 or 17 true first-round grades given out. I know the 32 picks are going to be made, but true first-round grades given out probably only going to be around 16 or 17. But the rest of the draft, it's actually deep in a lot of positions. It's just not a great first round.
What position, Adam? What are they deep in?
The tight end position is the deepest, guys, it's been in a number of years. Okay, linebacker, super deep. Cornerback, fairly deep. Offensive line, fairly deep, but not a great. There are going to be some guys drafted in the first round. It's not a great first round for offensive line, but it's deep. But it's just not an elite class overall. In fact, Mendoza, I would bet the house. Well, obviously, we'll never know this. He's going to go first. He's going to be first overall. Let's say, Rob, this is a draft where 4 to 6 quarterbacks are going. Mm-hmm. You probably wouldn't go until the late teens, early 20s. But the Raiders have the pick. They need a quarterback, and that's where they're going to go.
Oh, but I'm glad you said that. Stay there for me. Yesterday, Rob happened to not be here, but we had Kerry Rhodes in, and we had a conversation with Daniel Kelly, former New York Jets scout.
Okay.
And he said –
that crackpot. Oh, I'm sorry.
He said that he was out on Mendoza.
Well, he's been out on everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was out on Mendoza. He said he's just one of the most overrated persons he's ever scouted, and that he said he
was in on Tim Tebow
though. But I bring him up to, and I said to him, I said,
you know who I'm talking about. I'm sorry.
I said to him, I said, you're the only person out on him. What is it? So. Is he crazy? You just mentioned maybe he goes teens in another year. Just tell me where you are with Mendoza.
Again, he's a nice quarterback. He's got good size, accuracy, decent enough athlete. He's just nothing special about him. But
that was his point, to be fair, was that,
Okay, I got Kelvin. I'll give you a conversation Kerry and I had on FSR on his Sunday show with Dan Byer. So this is going about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I said, Kerry, ironically, you were there then. So when the Jets drafted Mark Sanchez, the belief around the league was there's nothing special about him. He basically, from a skill standpoint, is a third-round quarterback. Pretty good athlete, athletic, decent arm, but the Jets needed a quarterback. When you need a quarterback, you're taking one. If you got a pick in the top 15, you need a quarterback. Unless you think the guy can't play, you're probably going to do that, and it's unfortunate. You should never be in that position, but this is what teams do. They And now, ironically, also, they made the playoffs twice. In fact, they made the championship game twice. But Sanchez, there was nothing special about him.
He did beat Tom Brady in New England, but you're right. I agree with you.
Yeah, but he didn't do it on his own, brother.
No, it wasn't, but he did play. He played well.
He did all right.
He
did all right.
He did. All right, let me ask you about the New York Giants and their star defensive tackle, Dexter Lawrence II.
Yeah.
This has been brewing for a while. They reached an impasse over a contract. He wants a new contract. The Giants, for whatever reason, don't seem like they want to pay him.
No, that's actually not the case.
Okay,
They don't want to pay him what he wants. See, they want to take care of him. They want him to be a Giant for life, is my understanding. It has been my understanding. Nothing's changed. He wants – see, he's been under – the D-tackle market is going crazy, Rob. And because of the rises in the cap, new TV contracts are coming out. They know there's so much cash. His side wants to be the highest-paid defensive tackle. And by the way, Jalen Carter with Drew Rosenhaus, he's going to want it. You're talking about mid-30s per season. Dexter Lawrence is making well under $25 million a season. The only reason why I believe now it could happen is because you mentioned the impasse. I know that's out there. My story is mostly the same.
Mm-hmm.
They feel like they can't get there right now, and that concerns me. The problem is, guys, they have nothing on their D-line, nothing. They're already believe me, they don't want to go. This is a decent D-tackle draft, Kelvin and Rob.
Uh-huh.
Actually, we haven't even talked about that. But that's never been their plan to go D-tackle in the first round. Well, you trade Dexter Lawrence, you simply don't have anyone else. And they would have to change course. So it would change a lot if they trade him.
He is Adam Kaplan.
They'll get more than a first, by the way. Trust me on that. They'll get way more than a first for him.
On with the odd couple. Thank you for that. On with Rob and Kelvin on a Worship Wednesday. Let me go here. We're looking at some of the teams coming up this season, making some moves. Is there a way A.J. Brown is going to be on the Eagles come whatever the first week is? Or are they waiting till June 1st so they can – let me rephrase that.
Okay.
Are they looking for a way to just save $20 million, wait till June 1st, and then they can get rid of him?
Wait a minute.
I know where you're going.
We need to check Diana Rossini's story.
I knew you were going, Rob.
Go ahead, Adam.
But okay, here's the story with A.J. Brown. So the Eagles really don't want to trade him, but – they know A.J. has not been happy with his role in the offense. Look, when the guy's reading a book on the sidelines to calm himself down, does that not tell you something? Behind the scenes, guys, he's wanted out for a while. He wanted out 2 years ago during their Super Bowl run. He wasn't happy. Because Hurts and him, it's a really interesting story, guys. They were very close friends before he was an Eagle. And then this happens a lot in life. When you work with a friend of yours, it changes everything.
That's true.
Unfortunately, and that's Kelvin, that's really.
But it's crazy to me because when they throw the ball to him like crazy, they lose. And when he doesn't have a big game, I'm not saying all the time, but you get my point. And then there's the other games where he doesn't get a lot of balls, they win, and he's unhappy. I don't understand
here's why, Rob. Let's say that it's a 20-yard out. Hurts holds onto the ball, and he kills the progression of the play, and it drives him crazy. Talk to any quarterback and receiver where they're not on the same page. It's typically the ball doesn't come out of the quarterback's hands on time. And Hurts has a real bad problem holding the ball too long.
Yeah.
It's a fact. Like, he's super tough mentally, pretty high character guy, but he's got a real problem of not getting the ball out on time. And he's gone through – it's crazy, guys. He's had a different play caller every year. Like, that's
I get it. That's real tough.
That's not his – like, that's not his fault.
We talked about
that. Hey, Adam, we want to finish here, and I'm dead serious.
Go ahead.
You're an insider. And the Diana Rossini story. No, it's a big story.
No,
it is.
Look, I've been asked. I'll just tell you.
Right.
I'm happy. I've not talked about it in any interview, but I've been FSR for 6 years.
Right.
I don't know if we have. I mean, go ahead and ask me how.
No. There's just two things. As an insider, and people have relationships, and I mean, like on a personal, you get to know people. Okay.
Yeah.
But this was so out of pocket, and I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that she was able to quit before she was fired. Because my only thing is one thing, Adam. She said she was there with a group. We never seen a picture of the other people, and they never stood up to defend her and say they were there. That is my biggest issue. That is what she sold her bosses, and that's what she sold the public. Is that they were there with other people. Where are those people?
I understand that, but Here's the thing, and I can't. I mean, she was at ESPN, and I was there for a year and a half before my layoff. But I know her a little bit. She's really got some very amazing background information. She's one of the best at storytelling. But I like her work, so I have nothing against her. But if you're asking me, what's protocol,
what's appropriate, what's professional.
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you in reporting. I'm just gonna I've never talked about this before, but what the hell. So I took my name off a story, in 2016 because someone I was very close with, I was going to report. I just felt like I could not tell everything. I was too close to the person, so I couldn't report it.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that I was going to withhold information. And one of the things I've done, I'm super proud of, is even with Rob, and as a reporter.
Yep.
So you and I have sat next to the combine each other. That's where actually I met you a couple decades ago in Indy. I will not put my name on a story unless I can put everything out. I just won't do it.
Right.
And that's the thing. That's the problem that's the thing about doing what we do in reporting. When you get being called an insider, you can't do it if you're too close to someone. And or it's hard. It's actually, no, you can do it. But the one time I didn't think I could do it, I just decided I wasn't going to report it.
And I get it. I really
hard. That was the hardest day. Probably one of the top 3 hardest days of my career, Rob, was when I decided I just could not. It was 2016, by the way. It was a friend of mine who was going to get fired, and I couldn't put out. I just didn't feel comfortable putting out the truth, and I'm like, you know what? Either you're putting it all out, you're not doing it.
Or you're not doing it, right? And that's where you have to be. So I'm not surprised, and of what it, because we talked. We were one of the few national shows, that talked about it.
I mean, it's a tough deal.
It is, of course not. You're not. But it's not. It's also not. It's not fair that we talk about everything else, and that wound up being a big story.
By the way, it's made, guys. I'm watching NBC National News, and I was like, wow, and they spent like a minute and a half on it. I was like, holy smokes!
And you got to remember, it's a guy who's the coach of a super team that went to the Super Bowl.
I know, and I have friends who work for the Patriots, a couple dear friends, and that's not like Vrabel's getting fired, but I just feel bad that it's.
But just like Urban Meyer, don't you remember? He's got the young girl on his lap at the bar. I mean, right? These are real stories.
Inappropriate. Yeah,
yes, that's all.
I don't know. I wish her the best because she's a good reporter. Rob, if I was hosting with you, we'd do a segment on this,
right?
And I'd take you through the mechanics of how it works with coaches. Like, I'll give you one thing. I don't know. Do we have like 30 seconds?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
Every year, again, I'm going to stuff I never have talked about. What the hell? I'm going to talk about it. So every year at the NFL owners meetings for many years, I would have cigars with a couple GMs I'm very friendly with. But I also have no problem putting out negative information if it's the truth. They know what I do.
Right. You're a reporter.
I'm a reporter. It's my job. I focus on education and the truth. That's why I became a reporter. Okay, I seek the truth. We all do. And if you can't put the truth out, you shouldn't be a reporter. And I can't speak for her because if she could, fine. Let's say there was something bad about Vrabel. If she could report it, I'm backing her 100%. What I'm saying is you got to be careful. You got to be careful of how close you come to people. And that's the thing I've always struggled with. And I've gotten yelled at. I've been cursed out.
Dude, I have.
My number. I know. You're Rob and Kelvin. Rob is on Revis Island with that, okay?
Yes.
Just you alone over there.
Adam, my career.
Rob, some of the stuff you said.
Yeah.
We weren't friendly then. I knew who you were, and I know you would say some outrageous stuff, but you back it up by being reasonable at least, right?
That's what I try to do all the time.
Yeah, you try to be reasonable, but the
tell that to Tom Izzo.
Okay. No, but anyway, I wish we had more time.
Yes, we'll do it. You know what?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. You guys should do this, and we got like literally 2 seconds here.
Okay.
Because Rob, I told him when we had this conversation, the best part about it was the class that was given by him, mostly him, but even myself, on journalism.
Right.
And I think that's a part the average fan doesn't get. What's the big deal? Hey, they don't
understand it. They don't understand.
So I think you guys should do. Yeah, we got a break, but you guys should do something with that.
You know what? I don't know when. I don't know when we'll be. Hopefully, we'll be on before the draft. But it's absolutely worth talking about to bring people inside of how it really works in the National Football League.
We'll do that.
Let's do that. We got to run. Adam, appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, either one's got to go, or we're just gonna say hi and then break again in a moment. It is the Hot Couple on a Worship Wednesday, Fox Sports Radio.
Yes, there was. The Michigan Wolverines put an exclamation point on the most dominant college basketball season since 1997. They cut down the nets yesterday in a big win over UConn. They win going away there at the end. And, of course, we mentioned yesterday, a big talking point coming into the game is that Michigan is loaded with transfers. All five of their starters are transfers, but 4 of them were transfers from this past cycle. So all the new players, and they're keenly aware of the narrative around them. Take a listen to Yaxel Lendenberg after the game.
When people talk about this Michigan team, this Michigan championship team, what will they say about you guys? How will you be remembered?
Hey, man, they might still be calling us mercenaries. Hey, but we're the hardest playing team in national basketball. We're the best team in college basketball, and we want to be one of the greats ever.
Well, I mean, they absolutely proved that. They are the best team in college basketball this year. They are the best team this season, and one of, for them, they're going to be champions forever. And for somebody like me who grew up in Ann Arbor, it was awesome to see. They kind of
have the same feel though.
They exercise. Well, hey, I'm a little older, so when you're when you're 12, 13, the Fab Five is a whole
still was a little
thing.
different though.
But that's what I'm getting to. So that's the difference. They were brought in as mercenaries. Hey, there's reports that Lundenberg was paid somewhere between $7 and $9 million when he turned down to go to Kentucky. Ding! $7 to $9 million? Let me tell you what I would be. I would be a 7th-year senior if I could mess around and make that kind of money and stick around and go to another school. But it is an amazing feeling for them. It's amazing for the school. It's amazing for people who love Michigan. But when we're having this conversation of kind of what will more enduring, more long-lasting, and that's where we talk about the Fab Five. And it's just for a couple of reasons. Number one, the Fab Five had a connection to the state of Michigan. Half of their starting lineup was from Michigan. Chris Webber, you had Jalen Rose. Down the road in Chicago was Juwan Howard. A couple other, you had Texas in there as well. That was a huge thing, right? You got the best player in all of high school, Chris Webber, stays home and goes to Michigan. So that made it a big deal, as well as one of the best players in all the country in Jalen Rose. You know this because you interviewed him, hung around him. Perry Watson was a high school at Southwestern. He was a big-time high school coach who they brought to Michigan. So there's a lot of connection to the local, to city, to Detroit. And then also, you grew with the Fab Five, right? They were freshmen. They were the Fabulous Five, these Fab Five freshmen. And then the next year, they're all sophomores. They go to a championship the first year. They go to a championship the second year. And they lose the first year. They get beat down by Duke. And then they bounce back the next year, get a championship again. You went along with that ride. You said, what could they be next year? Let's see how they'll be next year. Man, they're going to go through the bumps and bruises. They're going to grow. They're going to get better. And they did, to the tune of getting to it again. They lost again, but you did that ride with them. Chris Webber leaves. You still got 4 of them that stick around. So you felt them. Now, of course, the cultural stuff. Bringing hip-hop to a whole different level with it. The baggy shorts, the black shoes, the black socks, the bald heads, the way they were themselves, the way they, it brought up cultural conversations because some people called them hoodlums and thugs. Other people totally understand and appreciate these are just some young black kids in America having a great time, some of the best years of their life. So those things will make you remember them and make them more memorable than this team. This team has nothing to be shamed about. This is the way the current state is. As Dusty May said, these are the rules. This is the way the game is played. They played it to the best of anybody in the country, but it won't be as memorable. And that's why it almost felt like they exercised the demons for the Fab Five, for the Trey Burke team in 2013 and that 2018 team that went to the championship as well.
I don't think they exercised anything for the Fab Five because that's a mythical. In your mind, you're still romanticizing about that era. If you want to be honest, it's the most disappointing era in Michigan basketball when you really think about it. A, that they did have 2 cracks at it, right? They did not win either one with those talented players. 3 who had significant careers in the NBA. Number 2, they didn't even win a Big Ten title. Nothing about them was winning, which is the sad part. And I think people still romanticize about everything else in the fringe stuff, which is fine, and I get that at that point. But when you look back at it, it is about winning. Like, they could have cemented themselves really as something that was special. Because even like UNLV, they got it done. They were able to win a championship. So you could say whatever you want about Tarkanian and what went on there, but they did win. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think that's the part about Michigan, and people love to romanticize about the Fab Five and all the other stuff, but when you really think about it, they leave you hollow. They leave you missing something. Yeah, it's cool to get the band back together, but they never had a number one hit. They're not the Beatles. They're not.
See, that's where I disagree.
No, I'm just telling. I'm giving you, like, I hear your affection for them, but they're not the Beatles. As much as you want to make it and say, oh, yeah, well, they did this and they did that. You know, the Fab Five's more like Milli Vanilli than they are.
No, that's blasphemous. I would not let that ride. You still have a home and a barbershop in Detroit. I want you to be able to go back to Michigan. If you don't stop it. Fox Sports Radio. It is a Worship Wednesday. Adam Kaplan, thank you for joining. Man, Adam, let me tell you something, Rob. Adam really wanted to have the conversation. He wasn't trying. He's like, usually he's got to go and just he was like, you know what? He acting like the draft ain't in 8 days. He was like, let me tell you another thing. And another thing, Rob, you know, I wasn't going to talk about this, but dang it, since we opened up this can, let me tell you another thing. Oh, shout out to Adam. That was fun there. If you missed any of today's show, be sure to catch the podcast. All you got to do is search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. Please follow the pod, rate it 5 stars, provide a review. Again, just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. And then, of course, you'll find today's full show and the best of version posted right after the show. By the way, Bo, you can check out the Odd Mobs, too. If we got any good comments from the Odd Mob. And like Rob always says, the ones they're not trashing. I got some smoke yesterday.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
Rob G just read from one guy, though.
All bad stuff.
One of those guys who act like he don't like the show, but he literally listened to the show, and then he Kelvin did this. Why he wearing that? Carrie, why you say that? I'm like, dude, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but shout out to him. I think it was like Dub or something. I don't know. While you looking for a couple of those, Bo, I want to get your thought. I brought this up yesterday.
So we're not going to do what you call here, right?
No, one's going to
we're not going to do 17 got to go?
No, we got. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Let's do that at the last.
Yeah, we'll do that. We ran out of time. We got 1 minute. I brought it up. This is what I want to talk to you about. Mike Trout is 5 for 14. 4 home runs, 8 RBIs in his 10-game series against the
it is serious. Yeah, in 3 games against the Yankees.
He is.
We talked about him on MLB Network today.
Yeah.
We did.
What did you guys? I saw you guys. You look sharp too. Don't be coming here to get your backdrop.
I had the backdrop. I was here today.
Yeah, don't be doing that. I saw you.
But no, it was about just, is he back? He's batting 227. He's batting 222 coming in, but he's got a couple hits tonight,
including a home run.
Yeah, including a home run. And he looks like he's back. You know what I mean? Like he's been hurt so much. And we already know, and I said this. People always say, oh, I'm a hater. He's a great player. Like, when he was healthy, he was one of the best players in the game. And I think he looks like he's better and healthy.
Go be a Philly. He's from that area.
Yep,
with the tri-state area.
Jersey.
Yeah, tri-state area. Just go be a Philly. They got red jerseys, too.
Who else said that? Was that talking about that he should get out of Anaheim?
Well, everybody's been saying, because it's a waste of the best player of his generation. Nobody sees him now. It's all Shohei, it's Judge, it's Witt, it's just other people. Like, we forget he's only like 32.
We are Buffalo.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob. Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in, and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
At the half, the Philadelphia 76ers and the Orlando Magic in the 7-8 play-in game, 59-55. The score, Philadelphia in the lead, led in scoring by Tyrese Maxey with 16 points. Paul George has 11. Kelly Oubre has 11 as well. The Orlando Magic led in scoring by Desmond Bane's 19 first-half points. Paolo Banchero has 13, but it's on 12 shots. In Major League Baseball, Kenley Jansen's on the mound for the Tigers as they try to close out the Royals 2-1. The Reds have a 8-3 lead over the Giants in the top of the ninth inning. Reds hit 4 home runs today. Bottom of the eighth inning, the Cubs lead the Phillies 10-1. Angels with a 4-3 lead over the Yankees in the bottom of the seventh. Bottom of the sixth, the Braves with a 3-0 lead over the Marlins. And in the top of the sixth inning, the Blue Jays have a 1-0 lead over the Brewers. Rays, White Sox, Tampa leads 1-0 top of the fifth. I'm Martin Weiss.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy. Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 on a Worship Wednesday here on the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, Fox Sports Radio. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel. A lot of people have subscribed. Do it! We want you to do the same. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. That's right. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up icon. Comment away. Go check out our YouTube channel and watch us live right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Also, Jack Harris covering the Dodgers for the California Post. He's going to join us. He also has the Dodgers Post podcast. He'll join us in about 28 minutes. We also have Last Call. So a lot to get to in this final hour on hour number 3 here on the Odd Couple. So, Kelvin, yesterday the story was here when Diana Russini resigned from the Athletic. Not surprised. I didn't get a chance to chime in. So it wasn't surprising to me. I told you from Jump Street she should be fired because of it just was a conflict of interest. And I said it from day one and whatnot. But now Mike Vrabel.
Who you were talking about? Vrabel.
Vrabel. My God, I can't get it out.
It's okay. No, the G was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. The Vrabel was crazy.
Right. I said he was Babel. That's what she had called him.
That's
by
what
mistake.
she did call her Babel.
Babel. But his situation, and people are like, "Oh, it's a double standard. Nothing happened to him. He gets to keep his job, and all this stuff, and there's no issues there." And there's just a couple things. It is a different situation. One is moral, one is professional, one is you're covering somebody. It's just not the same thing. But I'm not letting them off the hook totally, okay?
Okay.
Because in this case, I think he comes off as a coward now. Now we're at a point now where he's ducking the media and does not want to address it. And you can't be a head football coach, talk about accountability, being a leader of men, and you're not willing yourself to at least clear the air on what happened. His comments when he said it was laughable are null and void now because someone just stepped down from a job. It's not laughable. It's not pictures out of context. Do you understand what I'm saying? We've passed that. This was not cleared up like they said it was. It was a party of 6 where there were other people. They just weren't in the picture or they weren't around when you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
None of that. Where are those witnesses? Where are those people? Nobody has stepped forward. And Mike, people feel like he got off scot-free, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think the Patriots are also... He's a coward, and the Patriots are a terrible organization because they don't demand that he clear this up for their fan base and for their players to move forward, to let people know what exactly this was. And let us hear from your mouth so that we don't have to speculate. We don't have to figure it out for ourselves. We don't have to guess. You got to be willing to stand up there, good, bad, or indifferent, every single time. That's the standards that's set. That's why people don't respect the Patriots for all the winning that they've done is because there's always some cheating scandal or something that's behind it. Even with their owner, there was a situation. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is who the Patriots are. And I feel it's just bad. And the players might not say anything, and they'll just kind of go on, and I understand they got jobs to do or whatever. They're not going to lose any sleep over it. But I'm telling you, there are players there who might be cut from a different cloth, who see their coach as, like, is this a guy who's trustworthy? Mm-hmm. Is this a guy who's an honest guy? Is this a guy? There are people who are family men who don't believe in this all sort of extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
And that's where I think that there's an issue, and he needs to own up to it.
So I think we talked about this a bit yesterday, me and Kerry, but now with the more information that there are some reports, ESPN reporting and others saying that he's not expected to address the media until the NFL draft. Which they're trying to say they already had a guy who was going to do it. Elliot Wolf he was already pre-scheduled. But no, when there's a bit of a scandal, when there's something going on, it's okay to step in front of it and say, hey, whatever his thing is, hey, this is not what you think, or hey, I love her, or hey, whatever it may be, hey, I made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. So for him to not do that, I do think is ducking some smoke and is ducking some accountability from a team that has billed themselves as the accountable team, right? The no distractions team, the Patriot Way organization. So this is what you usually hear from them top down organizationally.
And Vrabel, he's a part of that.
And he was a player, now he's the coach. So absolutely you would expect that from your leader. So I don't believe I believe once he addresses it to the team that they'll be able to look at him and say, all right, hey, that's between you and your lady. Cool, you addressed it with us. We're moving on. I think they'll be able to do that because I think athletes, I said this yesterday, they're amazing at compartmentalizing. They have to, right? They got lives. They got stuff going on, drama, good things, bad things, mom sick, whatever, and they got to go out there and ball. That's just they've been kind of trained that way. But there are, some people that are suggesting that there's some pressure for him to actually address the locker room. Like, meaning nobody here is necessarily going to overly judge you or hold you forever with this thing, but you can't not address us, right? You can't not say, hey, y'all, look, I'm manning up. I owned it. I started a distraction to our team. Hand up. I apologize. Your man's going to do better. Let's have a great season. So far, from what we see, he hasn't addressed the team. And I think that's where the team is saying, we'll forgive you. I got a drunk driver thing, or I got a this, or he's got a that.
I need to hear from you.
But we need to hear from our leader that, hey, I'm heavy on y'all about no distractions. I'm heavy on y'all about being men. I'm heavy on y'all about accountability. I'm going to take this time to do it now, address it with y'all. Hopefully this moves forward and we can move forward, but I want to own it up as a man, as your leader, and own up to this. So right now, I think the guys will get over it quickly if and when he does that. But I think he loses credibility the longer he prolongs that, addressing it. And last point, they come out first 6 games, 4-2, looking good. Drake May, MVP conversation again, all good. They come out 2-4. He tries to check a guy. You ain't doing what you're supposed to. You ain't, or a distraction. You and some girl out, something crazy. They're going to look at him like, really? Because that's how petty humans are at times, right? You hold on to something till you can use it again and be like, well, what about you when you did that? So I think if they come out, he apologizes, they move on, they get to winning, it'll be gone. He don't apologize for a long time, keeps hiding behind it, and they come out and start losing. It'd be hard maybe in the locker room because guys will want to say, well, I know you're not talking. I know you're not pressuring me about outside activities and drama. Could be wrong, but, that's how the things typically work in life.
Yeah. I think Mike Vrabel has an issue that he has, and you're right, winning cures everything, smooths over everything. But there still will be some lingering in there that he has caused a distraction. Nobody really knows, want to hear from him. It's not about people. People make mistakes. Things happen. But you have to take accountability. Mm-hmm. You can't preach that, hey, that's your assignment. You got to own up to that. You missed that. No, what are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you can't preach that. And I don't think
it'll be X and O's. But I think it'll be like, let's say I came to a meeting late. Let's say the guy got a DUI.
But it's about taking accountability in all aspects of everything. You're a football player. You're late to a meeting. You're not doing what you're supposed to. I'm just saying there's an accountability factor that goes to it, that you have to own up to it as a man, even if you make a mistake. And I think then that's up for players to determine how much they forgive you or whatever, but to not address them and to not, like the media, not to do anything or say anything from the standpoint of trying to get at the bottom of this. For people, NBC News did a story on this when it happened, when Russini resigned and all that, and you go, NBC News, it's a big story. Mm. A coach that went to the Super Bowl, an NFL coach,
and a franchise that has been highly successful the last 2. If this was randomly the Panthers or something, maybe it's like, all right, pops up, goes away. But it's to your point. He's won Super Bowls as a player, was just in the Super Bowl as a coach and is a part of a franchise that's won a gazillion Super Bowls in the last 20 years. So it's a big deal. And again, I mentioned it the other day when you and I first talked about it. You just brought it up again. So now you have an owner who had some scandalous things.
Transgressions, right.
You have your coach who's Mr. No Distractions become now a walking distraction in Bill Belichick. And now you have a new coach, former player, and Mike Vrabel, who's having the same type of drama. So it is interesting. The guys in leadership are the ones having these things that become distractions, things that become talking points for shows around the country. But ultimately, though, I think players, man, we talk about this all the time, me and you. Everybody ain't going to be Drake May, Stephon Diggs, or not necessarily him now, but just meaning a star player where my money, my livelihood is secure. It's players in there working hard for their league minimum, or this is my last payday. Point being, I think players will get over it for the most part pretty quickly because they're like, I got to lock it in this season. Because we talk about it. Average career is like 3 years. Everybody ain't going to, I know I'm going to be here.
I get that, but I still think that it was big enough. They know what's going on. And even Chris Sims on Pro Football Talk talked about getting texts from NFL wives and other coaches and staffers. You know what I mean? Like, this is a story that you think that the players don't know what's going on?
No, they can't open their Instagram. Well, they know.
This is what I'm saying. Like, it's out there, and to think that they haven't heard from him at all. And the media, he's avoiding the Boston media. Really, like, get in front of it. Don't be a coward, Mike Vrabel. You could just get out in front of it and say, this is what happened. I'm going to give you my side of the story. It's unfortunate that she lost her job. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she resigned or whatever. But make that statement and stand on it. If you didn't do anything wrong and you really believe that and you can make the case, he doesn't want to go out there because, again, you don't think the Boston media is going to say, who else were you there with? Can you give us who was there?
Well, they're gonna
right, seriously, that would be my first question. She said you were there with 6 people. Who were you with? Can we talk to them? Do you have a picture of did you guys take a group picture, the crew?
Yeah. Again, this is coming from the organization. That's the big thing, too. That is built on the Patriot way, the not speaking, the no distractions.
Hiding.
Or off to
He's
Cincinnati.
hiding.
So it's like you would think that by now you would have heard something from him. So
all right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Mike Vrabel, where are you on this? Is he a coward? And are the Patriots harboring a coward?
I thought you were about to say a fugitive.
And allowing him not to stand up and at least answer the questions and move on for the organization. The longer you wait, you think at the draft that that's not going to come up. That's going to be their first opportunity. So now you know what you're going to do? Spoil the draft in that kid's moment because the comments will be about that. It'll be the first time the Boston media will be able to talk to him.
And they'll be like, you guys drafted so-and-so, but we want to ask you this.
About this, yeah. And that'll be a story because that'll be their first. We got to ask them about that. The draft will be second. We don't have to.
That's true.
We'll get there.
That's a good point.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. Coward or not, it is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Right here on Fox Sports Radio where we deliver insight, not noise. Stick and stay.
Did you say cowherd?
So stupid.
In the US of A?
That was funny, Alex. All right, listen up, folks. Take the next step toward your future with affordable online degree or certificate from University of Maryland Global Campus, an accredited state university. Classes start May 13th, and when you apply now, your application fee is waived. Choose from over 135 skills-based programs. Earn up to 90 credits towards a bachelor for prior learning and relevant experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Don't forget, save now with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Visit umgc.edu to learn more.
Yeah, the update is that Diana Russini is no longer with The Athletic. She sent out a very lengthy statement that she sent to her employer, and they have since made it public, that she has decided that she will end her time with The Athletic effective immediately, even though her contract does not end until the end of June. And as you recall, she is currently being investigated, not just for the Vrabel incident, but all of her reporting is being investigated by The Athletic. And so one thing you mentioned, Kelvin, when all this thing first happened, is you were surprised at how firm they were in their defense of her right off the bat. And once that kind of flipped a little bit and they decided to investigate her, you would think that with her resigning, this would end all of that, but they maintain that they will continue the investigation. They will see this through to the end. But one angle that we wanted to discuss that not a lot of people are discussing, we'll get to Diana specifically later because we have a whole show to get to it. But before this even came down, Michael Hawley, friend of the show, NBC Sports Boston, been around the Patriots for a millennia, it feels like. He's been there forever.
Yep.
He said on NBC Sports Boston on Tuesday that he spoke to a former Patriots player. And he says, you be crazy if you think Mike Vrabel is just going to skate by on this while Russini's taking all the shrapnel. He said, quote, do you think Vrabel can just brush this under the rug without talking to the players? Coaching don't treat us like they treat the media. I think Vrabel will have to say something to his team. He's going to have to answer to something that's been in the news for a while. For his credibility, he's going to have to say something in that locker room.
Yep. Well, I'm going to start because I'm going to tell you what I think, and then I want you to tell me, Kerry, what would actually happen.
It's funny.
Because you spent time in those locker rooms.
And I'll let you go, but it's funny that he brought that part up because that was what I was going to talk about today. But go ahead.
No, but I'm glad. That's why Rob G and I were talking about the show today. It was like, this is perfect day to have you win because I just want to throw it at you.
Yeah.
I feel there's no beating around it per se. I think you have to address it, especially from what I've seen. At least it seems about Mike Vrabel, kind of one of those tough guys and no distractions. It is what it is. Here's what it is. Here's what we know. I'm sorry if they're gonna because they might have to ask you questions about it. How does it make you feel? But just know this X, Y, and Z, and here's what it is. And I think he'll try to address it head on, real quick, firmly, one time.
Yep.
My take is you all. Pro athletes are actually pretty doggone good at compartmentalizing. And I think you're able to go, all right, that sucks maybe on a personal level, like maybe his family. I don't know all the details on that. But, hey, he addressed it. I'm good. We all got flaws. We make mistakes. What's the game plan against the Dolphins this Sunday? And I feel like that's how it would be the approach. You'd have to hit it once, got to address it, especially from an organization when Bill Belichick was there, built on no distractions. Even though Robert Kraft had some wild distractions, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Bill Belichick then had all these distractions, and now you got Vrabel, and it all kind of seems like it's always tied to one thing, if you catch my drift. So I think he'll address it. I think guys will hear him. I think they'll be able to move on. And the last example I have, it's not NFL, it's NBA. God bless the dead, but no greater example than what we saw with Kobe Bryant having to go to court.
Yeah.
And then to drop 45 on your head tonight.
Yes.
I can't imagine going through, you know what I mean, that and then trying to get back to a game. We've seen that. Brett Favre's father passes the night before, throwing 5 touchdowns in the first half on a Monday night game.
Yep.
So I feel like you all are it's almost like just the way you've been trained. So am I crazy for thinking that it'll be addressed, it'll be hit quickly, and then you all can move on and it won't necessarily drag on? Am I wrong?
To your point, you're absolutely correct. But, I mean, the field, the court is our sanctuary, right? Yeah. All the things that go on outside of that could pull and cause confusion in our worlds, that's a real thing, and that breathes real fire as, just normal days go by. But once you're on the court, once you're on that field, that's your chance to go out and do what you do best, right? And so compartmentalizing, 100%. But when you talk about Mike Vrabel and who he is, and you talk about what the Patriot way is, it is accountability, right? They demand it from their players. They demand it from their strength coaches, their people up in the top of the building that are making the day-to-day things roll by. Like, you preach accountability. So for him, at this point, to have not done one press conference to hit this thing head on, I know it was a statement, but to go out, put your face in front of it, this is you and somebody else that has nothing to do with the Patriot way, right? So I need to address that. And I think for him, if he did that early on, I don't think it would absolve him from this situation, but it will give him the power that you're talking about back in the locker room, right? see, real life happened to me. I'm out here. I made a mistake. No matter what the mistake is, the mistake for him is obviously in this moment. We don't know the allegation. It's just allegations.
Right.
But the moment is being caught in a peculiar situation.
Scandalous way right now.
Right.
Allegedly. We don't know.
Allegedly. And everybody sees it. So I'm going to say, I'm going to stand in front of this. I'm going to let everybody know. I'm going to let my team know this is what's going on. I made a mistake. I didn't, whatever they talk about behind closed doors, we may never know about. But if you put that statement out, it's done.
Fox Sports Radio. All right, DJ Ali Alex on a Worship Wednesday. We got Jack Harris, who covers the Dodgers for the California Post, the Dodgers Post podcast as well. Very familiar with him and his work. We'll talk to him in just a little bit. Facing production swings or a tough skills gap, workforce solutions from Express Employment Professionals. Well, it makes hiring easier. Find your local office and see how Express can help you hire smarter and faster. Visit expresspros.com today. All right, Rob, 877-99 on Fox. We're asking the question, is Mike Vrabel being cowardly right now, not speaking to the media?
Vrabel is a coward.
I need baby oil.
He may not speak until the draft. Does he need to jump in front of this? Even the players, I believe they'll get over it and move on. But there is a respect factor of, hey, just man up, speak to us, we can move on.
Right, but you have to take accountability like that. Like there was something there. Somebody lost their gig. You can't act like it didn't matter and anything questioned about it is laughable. No, we're not there. How is it laughable? Someone's out of work.
Yeah, 877-99 on Fox. I know we got some calls on. Who we got?
Jake in Syracuse. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Did they just drop that ball?
I can't believe it. I just looked up and saw that.
An infield pop-up? All right,
hey,
Jake.
gentlemen, how y'all doing?
Doing great, Jake.
How are you?
Hey, I'm good. So I'm a Jets fan, but I'm going to try and leave the bias out. Obviously, he's a coward. You can't preach the accountability that he does and not take accountability when it's time to. But also, I feel like the media, the way the media is handling it is just crazy. They were so quick to throw Russini to the Wolves, rightfully so, I guess. But nothing on him, nothing on Vrabel.
Yeah. And here it is, Jake. I'm going to say this. It's two different situations because they don't work together in the same company. It would be on Mike would be held to a higher standard if they were co-workers, right? And she was a subordinate. Yes, that would be different. But professionally, as a journalist, she's crossed her line as a journalist.
That's the challenge with this is people don't quite get it. It's specifically the rules of engagement in your profession.
Exactly.
His can be.
All I want to say, though,
go ahead.
Is try to imagine if Aaron Glenn got caught in this situation. I can't imagine anybody would have a similar willingness to let him slide.
No, I agree. That's why I say I agree, Jake. That's why I say he's a coward because. Not too many people would be able to get that situation where they could get a pass and could duck being involved in something that's a national story. Vance in Phoenix, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Vance?
Man, what's going on?
How are you?
Man, I'm living the dream, baby. I'm living the dream. Thank you. I hope you all are doing well.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
But honestly, I just think he's just stupid. I mean, in the world that we live in with people with phones, I was looking at the picture. It looked like it was some kind of sniper in the bushes.
Right. No. It was. It was
very PI.
It was a private investigator taking pictures.
So, and it's just, come on, man. You got to be smarter than that. And the fact, I think you said something about the players on the team. I say, look, I got enough to worry about. That's between him, his wife, her and her husband. Y'all need to figure that out. But you just got, it's just guys make so. I don't know why they just make these kind of decisions. It's like Stephon Diggs. You got 4 baby mamas. You could have fixed all that with a box of you know what. And now you're going to be on the hook for the next 18 years with 4 different women. And you know they're going to take it to the bank.
Right. It's crazy.
Yeah, we lost you there.
Thanks,
but we got that last point. He
Thanks,
said something about Cardi B and stuff. All right. Who next?
Neil in, what is it? Say it to me. Encinitas. I'm sorry. Encinitas, California.
Come on, Duolingo.
You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
San Diego. We'll call it San Diego. Boys, thanks for taking the call.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Racist. Vrabel and Russini painted themselves into this corner.
Right.
They don't have anyone to blame but themselves. But the thing that you guys said before, you said, where's the picture of the other 6 people that were allegedly there? Do you think either one of their spouses would care even one bit if there were 6 other people there when you see those?
No. Don't get me wrong. They could still have a problem with it, but that was their excuse is what I'm saying to you. You know what I mean? They were like, this was a group thing, and I'm saying that would at least corroborate.
Yeah, I mean, because it would say maybe they're – dude, anybody who's been on double dates, triple date, like a whole crew went to Hawaii, you mix and mingle. My wife might be over there talking to him. Hey, you just having – how you guys been? How the kids been? Like, that's not
Do you know
foreign.
what I mean? Hey, Neil. So without having that, you already go, they're lying. Where's the picture of the other people? So right away, you start off on a path where you're lying about this.
Yeah, nobody believes them.
No.
Right, so
No doubt.
Anyway, thanks, guys.
No doubt, brother. Appreciate it. All right, there you have it. Appreciate the calls.
Luego.
Yes. Hey, Bo, real
I like the way
quick,
you
Bo,
said it.
jump in here. Your thoughts.
The water's wet.
Seriously.
On the whole situation.
Just the idea that he, as a coach, won't take responsibility and to avoid the media and not address it one time.
Even the team, at least
we don't
from
have to
reports.
do it 10 times. And they say that he didn't even address the team.
Yeah, it's a little wild. I don't know how as a player, because now you're kind of like, well, did Diana Russini ever report about an injury I suffered or something
the part
like this? The whole thing is just, I feel bad to a degree. Because in the grand scheme of things, like what she did is not all that different from what another insider does that is maybe getting drinks with Sean McVay and lubing him up and getting information from him. She's doing it kind of the same way.
I don't know about bro, I'm gonna say having a drink with somebody at the bar.
It's just information bartering. But unfortunately, I think
being
the
in a hot tub in a bikini.
Yeah. It's
I gotta settle
it's
down,
not
Rob.
socially acceptable.
Now you over here. Over here dissecting what was worn.
I'm just saying.
It was a 2-piece.
Right.
If it were a 1-piece, maybe.
2-piece and no fry.
But 2-piece is crazy.
It would be different.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe we overheard the conversation. Maybe they were talking about the tuck rule. That might have been it.
Rob, caution. Ha 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 ha. Good one.
Ridiculous.
Did you see the interlocking fingers? That's too personal.
We're so stupid. Here's the thing, Bo, to your point. Because Rob G brought this up day of, too.
Oh, come on. That was funny.
That, what about, a guy like a Jay Glazer? He's hanging out at the coaches thing, getting them all drunk. I said the only difference, you remember I said this is, the pressure that comes with somebody being your romantic partner.
Totally.
Who wants to snitch on Boo, right? If something happens and it's Vrabel in this case, he's got a DUI. Well, you're going to be like, I ain't going to report on that. I'm not going to put this out. That's Boo. There's a difference between, hey, you my mans, but I got to do what I got to do. And that's my romantic partner because who wants to tell on their girl or their man?
You're not going to mess up your thing with the person that you're sleeping with.
So
you're not.
I think what really ultimately hurt her is that she does in fact work for the New York Times, which does consider itself to be like one of the great bastions of American journalism.
What was my point from day one?
Yeah.
That I was blown away from jump that the Athletic was riding for early. Now they're doing their investigation.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Because they got pushback from the other staff. Because we both were like.
That was just foreign to me because usually it's we've heard. We've spoken. We're going to investigate.
Right.
They jump. Y'all don't know the context. Y'all blowing it out of proportion. It was like, whoa, okay. So I thought that was a bold statement from them. That was my biggest thing. I expected him to say, no, it's not what you think. That was per the course, per use. I was shocked by them. All right, Jack Harris on the way right now. Martin Weiss going to get you updated. Hey, Martin.
I'm sorry, I was just watching this Yankees.
They scored both runs on that base hit? Somebody scored from first base? How did that happen?
So Jazz was on second. It looks like...
was that Austin Wells, a catcher,
like
scored from
Wells,
first base?
First to third.
No way.
Yeah, Austin Wells first to third for the Yankees to get a 5-3 win. As you toss it to me, Rob Parker losing his Shekel City bet, unfortunately, right? It was 1-0.
But he was... Ooh, that was close.
I thought he was safe on first glance. What are we saying here?
He's safe. He looks safe.
Yeah, I thought he was safe as well. All right, let's go around top of the 8th inning. The Braves have a 6-2 lead over the Marlins. Bottom of the 7th, the Blue Jays lead the Brewers 1-0. Bottom of the 6th, it's a 4-0 lead for the Rays over the White Sox. And bottom of the 4th, the Astros lead the Rockies 3-1. Again, 5-4. The Yankees just walked off the Angels. They're challenging the final call, so I guess we'll see if that stands. Challenging the last one being safe or out. We are all three of us here agree that it's safe. We'll see what happens if they update it before this thing is over with. Shohei Ohtani, he's warming up right now for the Dodgers, but he is not going to be in the batting lineup. He was 0 for 7 since he got hit in the right shoulder on Monday night. So it's going to be the first time Ohtani has pitched without hitting since May 28, 2021. Wencio Perez hit a home run in his first hit of the year. The Tigers beat the Royals 2-1. Reds hit 4 bombs on the way to beating the Giants 8-3. Nico Horner had 5 RBI to pace the Cubs over the Phillies 11-2. Pirates over the Nationals 2-0. Detroit Tigers rookie infield Kevin McGonigal agreed to an 8-year, $150 million contract extension effective 2027. And Live Golf CEO said it's full throttle for the rest of the season after concerns there will be a loss of funding. That was an email obtained by ESPN earlier this evening, but it did not address reports that the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund may stop investing in the tour. And in the play-in game, I know, Rob, close your eyes, you're not watching, 7 versus 8 in the East. 1:45 left in the third quarter, 77-71, Philadelphia in the lead, being led in scoring by Tyrese Maxey with 20 points. Paul George and VJ Edgecombe both have 13. Kelly Oubre with 14. Desmond Bain has 22. Paolo Banchero has 15. Those are the only Orlando Magic players in double figures right now. So that goes to show you it's been tough sledding for Orlando offensively.
What'd you say, Dwight Howard ain't walking through that door?
He's not.
T-Mac ain't walking through that door?
You know, when I saw Rob first time today, he was like, and I said, what? It's so hard being in the Hall of Fame? And he just laughed. he couldn't help it. I don't know what was going on with him today, but all he could say was, it was nice.
Yeah, you
nice.
pumped him back up. Yeah,
it was nice. I told you, it was really nice.
He just came in here and showed me his nice little binder they got him and stuff.
Which was a part of, it's very nice. Can you see it on YouTube? It has all the Hall of Famers on it, which is really nice. It's like a binder that I could use now.
I told him I'm happy he has it because I'm tired of all your folders being everywhere.
Yeah, I have like.
And secondly, next year if you get in another year 26 Hall of Fame, I need them to get you a wallet.
Why, you don't like my wallet?
I don't like your money. Just always.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's the weirdest thing. It's the weird. All right, it is the Odd Couple. Thank you, Martin. Stream us live whenever and wherever you happen to be in the iHeart Radio app. Catch us, and that's right, on all your Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeart app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app, so therefore it always pops up at the top of your screen. Joined now by Jack Harris, covering the Dodgers for the California Post, Dodgers Post podcast as well. By Jack Harris. You can follow him at X. Jack, what up, man?
And it sounds like he's at the ballpark, right, Jack?
I sure am. It's Dodger Stadium with their very loud speakers. I'm sure you'll get plenty of it in the background.
Absolutely. Well, we want to start here. Shohei is not hitting. He's only going to pitch. He got hit on Monday. Give us an update. And I know he hasn't had a hit since he's been hit.
Yeah, so he got hit on the back of the right shoulder by David Peterson the other night. He's continued to play. The Dodgers haven't been overly concerned about it, but he has had a bandage on it. Dave Roberts said he has had some soreness. So when it came to tonight's start, they just wanted him to focus on pitching. Dave Roberts said if it hadn't been for the hit by pitch, he would have been in there as a two-way player as usual. But doing it this way just is going to be easier for him to stay loose during the outing. It takes a little bit off his plate. And, also, like, he's gotten off to a slightly slow start offensively, so tonight, just focus on the pitching. Dave Roberts said his next pitching start, he'll be back in there as a DH too.
Stay with me there for the Dodgers right now. 13-4, I believe it is right now for them. Kind of where you'd expect them to be, leading their division. But are they on pace right now to what people say what can't be done? Haven't seen it since the Yankees. Is three-peat something that it almost seems inevitable at this point, the way they've been able to play the last 5-6 years?
I mean, it does feel a little inevitable when you look at the way these first couple weeks have gone because, yeah, they're 13-4 with Shohei Ohtani getting off to a somewhat slow start, with Kyle Tucker underwhelming out of the gate, with Mookie Betts on the IL, with, Freddie Freeman not kind of, hitting 300 like he normally does. Like the start of this season has really highlighted the depth that they have, the talent that they have beyond just the biggest stars on their roster. Andy Pages has been maybe the best hitter in baseball so far this year statistically. Max Muncy's had a 3-homer game. Teoscar Hernandez has been good. And I think the most encouraging part for the Dodgers has been the pitching. When you have the kind of long postseason run like they did last year, especially with how hard they had to push the rotation, there's going to be some concern about how all those guys would bounce back physically, about how all their stuff would play after a short off season. The rotation's been really strong. The bullpen's been good, in part because they haven't had to pitch that much, which was a problem last year. This is about as good of a start as you could have hoped for if you're the Dodgers, and that's even with the team still expecting Ohtani and Tucker and Freeman and Betts to all be better moving forward from this point.
Let's talk about Kyle Tucker, off to a slow start, got the big contract, playing in the bright lights, Los Angeles, back-to-back World Series winners, and then, you got to step in. How does he look? Does he look like he might be a little pressing, or just like a typical baseball? It's a long ride. Guys get off the slow starts, and then they get comfortable.
Yeah, the pressing question has been a big one this past week because it's not just that he's gotten off to a slow start, but he's swinging a lot more than he usually does. He's striking out a lot more than he usually does. He's chasing outside the zone a lot more than he usually does. Those were all signs to Dave Roberts, at least, that, it seemed like he was maybe trying to do a little bit too much at the plate. Now, Tucker himself has given a different kind of explanation. He said, look, my swing's just a little bit off right now. I'm missing some hittable pitches early in counts that I should be doing more damage with. And then I'm getting in 2 strike holes where I do have to expand the zone a little bit and swing at pitches that I probably wouldn't otherwise. And I think that's kind of who he is. He's a laid-back guy. He's not going to get too high or too low. He's downplayed, the pressure of the contract and joining a team like the Dodgers. And if anything, the fact that the team's gotten off to as good of a start as they have and have so many other stars around him has kind of helped take some of the spotlight and pressure off of him. If he was in Philadelphia or New York right now, I'm guessing you'd maybe hear some scattered boos when he comes to the plate. But here, he's been able to fly a little bit under the radar while he works on his swing. And the Dodgers are still pretty confident that, this has just kind of been a normal kind of small sample size slow start that he'll snap out of here at some point soon.
Jack Harris covering the Dodgers for the California Post, the Dodgers Post podcast with us. One more from me here, Jack. Want to go to just the broader picture of the NL. When you're looking at teams, the Padres are still there, and they kind of expect them to be. Rob picks them every single year to win, by the way. He picks them every.
Hey, they're playing great right now, the Padres.
I just acknowledge that. I acknowledge it. The Braves are another team that are always going to play great. Who are you looking at as kind of the foes that could upend the Dodgers if they're a chance for a three-peat?
Yeah, I think coming into the year I would have picked the Mets, but you look at what they're going through right now. And granted, it's with Juan Soto on the injured list, but the offense is not inspiring much confidence. The pitching has been a problem. And if you look around at the rest of the league, the Braves got off to a good start. And the Padres are hot right now, though I'll throw in the caveat that there was a 4-game sweep of the Rockies in there recently.
Hey, you got to play who's on the schedule. I get it.
True. But, I think, you look around the rest of the league, and it's hard to kind of identify who those other teams are that have the depth of talent to really compete with the Dodgers. You would look at the Phillies, but they've gotten off to a shaky start. You'd think maybe the Cubs, they haven't exactly come flying out of the gate. Same thing with the Mets. So, I think the Braves could be interesting, especially if their pitching stays healthy. The Padres, I think the pitching is still a really big question mark for them, and, their offense has gotten going a little bit more, but I think that, there's some question marks there. But it's hard. Like, when you're comparing all these other teams to the Dodgers, that's a pretty steep curve to try to be evaluating other teams against. So, we'll see as the season goes along. I think at this point last year, for a lot of the first half of last season, it looked like no one was going to be in the Dodgers class. And then over the second half of the year, they had injuries. The bullpen struggled. They went through a long slump. And even though they won the World Series, it was not the easiest path. And there were plenty of times they could have gotten knocked off. Same thing in the 2024 postseason. So we'll see. But right now, like with the Mets looking the way they are and the Phillies looking the way they are and really nobody else kind of emerging as a super talented team that's also playing really well out of the gate, I think it only underlines the gap that currently exists, at least between the Dodgers and everybody else, especially in the National League.
No doubt. Right. Hey, Jack, appreciate you, man.
Hey, Jack,
enjoy the game.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, Jack Harris there. Go ahead and give him a follow if you'd like to. You can do so at By Jack Harris. All right, one's got to go. Couldn't do it last hour. Rob and Adam Kaplan giving us let me tell you, as a journalist, and journalism. So we're getting into it now.
Are we going to do that in last call? Can we squeeze it in?
Yeah, last call. We can squeeze it in. It'll be quick. It'll be quick. Only reason why I would normally push it back is because it's in honor of tax day.
Yeah, let's do it.
So 877-99 on Fox, as Rob just mentioned, last call. We'll take one quick one there. If you want to get in, hit us up, 877-99 on Fox. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
It's last call time on the Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance. Your call's important to us. Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
But they have decided that on Saturday, when every other team is playing on Prime, you got to pay big money just to watch it. The marquee game of the night, the marquee first-round matchup, KD versus LeBron, Part 4. These guys are going at it again. Now, when they go head-to-head, it's usually fireworks. LeBron averages 32, 10, and 9. KD averages 32, 8, and 5. They're both, according to ESPN, the only duo in NBA history to meet in 10 or more playoff games and each average over 30 points per game. Now, KD's got the head-to-head matchup, 2 series to 1, 9-5 overall. And by all indications, he's going to make it 3-1 because the Rockets are heavily favored against the Lakers.
Give me KD any day of the week against LeBron James. We've seen him on the big stage produce. We've seen him go at LeBron, make big shots in LeBron's mug. I'm all about KD, even at this advanced stage for both of them. And obviously, the Lakers are shorthanded. But even if they had the full strength, I still would go over KD in the postseason. Those finals when he went up to San Francisco or the Bay Area, whatever you want to call it, when they were playing there before they moved to San Francisco, KD came up big. It's very seldom do you see that because you don't see that anymore, which people match up against each other and you're actually,
I miss those days.
Yeah, where a guy would be like, "No, I got him. I got to, I'm going to guard him for the whole game or whatever." And you got to make plays over stars. And in both of those both of those playoff runs, right? And I should say those championships, it was KD making a shot in LeBron's mug, coming up big, and KD to me, because the one he gets no credit for. Which I get it because they wound up losing, and that was where the Bucks wound up being able to go and win the NBA championship. That probably should have been KD's with Brooklyn that year. And KD made the big shot, but had his big toe on the line. That's a shot that was taken from him. You know what I mean? Like could have changed everything. It really could have. Because remember, Kyrie was hurt.
What's new?
Right.
Unfortunately.
And James Harden was he played, but he wasn't himself. You know what I mean? He was subpar because of injury, and KD wound up coming up big in that series and went 7 games. The Nets lost that game, the Brooklyn Nets. But I remember just KD and the heroics when people thought that was the game winner that would have sent them to the next round, and instead his toe was on the line. They lost in overtime, and that was it. So he's performed in big stages and big situations. LeBron has won a lot. a lot of other people have made big shots and big moments. And not to say that he didn't obviously do anything. But
you think?
But there aren't that many like moments where you remember LeBron just.
What?
No, there aren't many for me. Well, other than you want to say what, the block? I remember Kyrie's three-pointer. Like that. That's what
so
I
you don't remember Lorenzo when he was running through Toronto?
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember Orlando Magic when he hit the get
I don't
You don't remember he goes crazy on Boston?
No, I don't remember that. I remember him.
You don't remember he game winners on the Pacers, game winners on the Wizards. Why is all this top of mind for me?
Because I remember him taking his headband off down in Miami against who was it?
The Spurs? You talking about?
Yeah, when they thought they were going to lose. Yeah, the Spurs, right? Was that the one when Kawhi missed the free throws? Yeah, that was the one where LeBron was torn, was like because he didn't play that well.
No, because I don't like how you doing this, Rob. You spent all this time over. I mean, he did a little bit. He he was a role player. I
don't remember.
Like shout out to my guy Big Shot Bob or something. You out here, I mean, he did his thing, but like what?
I don't remember it.
I don't remember it, boy. That's why I'm glad I'm here. And you know what else? I'm glad, Elijah. Put the camera on me. See, this is how I know. This is why I be prepared for you. Because I knew you were going to try to do this. Oh, man, KD just... Let me tell you what AI says about Rob Parker. Put the camera on me.
What are you talking about?
Rob Parker is a vocal critic of Kevin Durant, frequently labeling him selfish and NBA dead regarding his impact on team success following his Warrior tenure. Parker has criticized Durant's trade demands, questioned his GOAT status, and argued that American players, not foreigners, are responsible for the All-Star Game's lack of effort. This is what AI says, because I already knew you was going to be on this.
But wait a minute.
And I'm not done with you.
I didn't talk to Allen Iverson. How's he going to say that
Shout
about
out to
me?
the real AI. You sat here right there and told me how the Rockets weren't going to be nothing, and how terrible this signing KD meant nothing.
They're not going to be better than they were. And that was my point. But they're going to beat the Lakers. They're going to beat the Lakers.
I will give
They're going to beat the Lakers.
I will concede to you that Kevin Durant with the Warriors was incredible. Like that was the best.
But some people act like it wasn't. Like
I agree. Oh, he just barely.
No, he did
He
not.
was lucky to be on that. He barely. No. He was better than Steph. Yes, Steph is a magnet. I'll give you that. He draws people. KD was in his apex. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, trying to squeeze in a bunch here before we call it a show.
Hey,
for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for, I did say that, for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com. The way tire buying should be. It's now time for Last Call.
This is the last call. Let's go!
Last call time on the Last Call.
All right, MJ in New Orleans.
You are the last caller here on the Odd Couple
LeBron
Fox
did,
Sports
MJ.
Radio.
What up, man? Happy Wednesday, man. Worship Wednesday. How y'all doing?
Doing good, brother. You?
That's what's up. Hey, man, I wanted to touch on the topic a little bit from earlier, man, about the two different deals. So I kind of came up with names from them, and Kelvin, you got to ride with me.
Okay.
I'm out on a LeBron in-season tournament and the in-season Stephen Curry participation trophy tournament. The stats and the points are all filed where the NBA fines and major shekel technical foul petty cash money. They're disclosed in an undisclosed area and location. So that pretty much solves it. I'm not with it. I'm out like Professor Rob. I don't believe you will reward teams that had 82 games, and at the end of the season, you try to force another so-called David versus Goliath. I am out.
No doubt.
All right, no doubt,
And
MJ.
Speaking of the NBA, we got breaking news, right?
Yes,
from
we
Shams?
do. LaMelo Ball is fined $35,000. They called it a flagrant plus, And then $25,000 for cursing in the post game.
$60,000 off that.
$60,000 off that. But to our earlier conversation, he won't be suspended. He'll be able to play. And but again, fine, $60,000. 2 different infractions. One for the flagrant plus they ruled it up, and then also the $25,000.
Also, I just saw this other thing at the bottom of that report. They're going to erase 9 tattoos from his body. So that's the other thing.
Dude, bored with a bunch of money is a dangerous thing. When you get young kids that are bored and they got time and money,
I know, Alex.
What you want to do today? You want to go get some tacos and tattoos?
I'm a fun guy.
Yes, he is fun. Alex, do we have enough time? He's going to do it without us, but you got it?
Yeah, let's just do a quick one's got to go.
Hard decisions. So 5's a crowd. Is that what I'm gleaning here? 5's an uneven number. Figure it out.
Hear me out.
17's got to go.
We can play. We got 4 minutes.
We got some time here.
17's got to go.
No. This is reason why normally I would just postpone it next week is because today is tax day. Everybody got them done? Taxes? Everybody got them done?
January 18th.
That extension?
No, January. He wants
that
his
extendo.
money.
I get my
get
money
that super
first.
senior lap.
Yeah, go get that extendo. And whatever you're doing,
January
get it done.
20th, I'm always done. I swear, when they sit down, they're like, "There's Alex again."
Oh, you get
I want my money back.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Extendo for a lot of people. All right, say that to say, got me to thinking about, man, taxes, and it's weird because you don't know if you're going to owe and you got to wait. And so I'm calling this ain't nobody got time for that addition of things you got to pay. Now, we all know it's not a money thing. It's just more so of the nuisance because we know taxes can be more expensive than the other things I'm about to read. But the one you say, I know it might not be the most, it's just so annoying to pay. So we got taxes, income taxes, HOA fees, parking tickets, resort fees at hotels. Which fee are you like, not this one.
This is easy.
One's got to go on the one I'm over on these fees. Who you got out?
Parking. How dare you tell me where I can park? You already took this land. Now you're going to make me pay to be on this land. Then you're going to tell me where I can park?
I'm going to say
Indigenous
hotels.
people, shout out to them.
It ain't fair. I'm not even staying the whole night.
Right?
Oh, you in and out?
Whoa, Rob.
That
Tear
boy
away
said,
sweats.
He said, give me 11 minutes and I'm out.
Bo, what do you got?
HOA fees.
Yeah.
HOA's done nothing for me. They've been
Terrible.
No help at all.
Martin Weiss.
It had to be income taxes because I don't make enough income to have the other ones in my life.
Well, that's funny.
I can understand that. But for me,
The man with 9 jobs, he
Yep.
said he could understand that.
well, don't Rob G is not here. Okay? Ultimate Pocket Watcher is not here. Resort fees at a hotel was my initial.
Of course for you.
No, it was going to be the initial.
course.
Well, you're going to say, of course.
My
It's
timeshares.
it's the HOA fees. And it's specifically because my HOAs have lost their mind. They give you tickets if you California roll through a stop sign of like $300-400. They're more than actual real speeding tickets or running a red light
That's
tickets.
insane.
No, people in our neighborhood are like, we're getting close to rioting. So
Thank God I have a house
throw it
in
in the
Southfield,
trash.
Michigan.
Yeah,
Thank
you
God.
good. You good there.
I'm
yeah,
good
yeah.
in Southfield.
So that HOA's fees for
How
me.
are they going to enforce it? Just throw it away.
They actually they have ways. We'll talk about that later.
HOA feds.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna say that, but next you go to hearings, by the way. I'm going to a hearing soon, and I'm gonna tell y'all the HOA feds, and I ain't paying you nothing.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?